All right. Hey everybody, how we doing? It is time for some more Super Luigi Galaxy. Don't let that title fool you, it's a lie. False advertising. So yeah, we're gonna just progress as much as we can. I'm thinking about going for a couple hours here, so it's kind of a nice way to chill for the night, close out the weekend. Don't have to work till tomorrow afternoon, so I got some time, so might as well spend that hanging out here. Let me just... There we go. Just in case any of my mods decide to stop by. The door is always open for them. Fix my camera real quick. Oh, speaking of, hello.
Just in case.
Just in case. I mean, more like the inevitability of it.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good.
That is
Just
good.
Chilling out. I'll probably be like in and out as I'm currently cooking food in real life.
What was he cooking?
But I'm making tacos.
That's what he was cooking. Thumbnail solved.
Hi.
Hello. Hey.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, I didn't expect to have you here too. How are we doing?
We got the three musketeers together.
Hey, how's it going?
Not
Can I be
much.
Keldeo? Anyway.
So what's going on today in Super Luigi Galaxy?
Oh, we're just progressing more. I think I did the first two domes here. Sorry, I'm messing with my camera again because it's being weird.
Yeah.
It's like off center a bit.
Cheat Freak, what do you think about Super Mario Galaxy?
Well, I like the first one more for the lore, but I like the second one more for the
Gameplay.
for the game, like the stage design and stuff. Just better levels, like harder, generally more challenging stages in two. But overall, I like both of these games like quite a lot.
Yeah. I haven't played. I already went into this last time, but I haven't played Mario Galaxy 2 in a good couple years.
My recommended means is Dolphin.
I mean, I do have a physical copy.
I mean, I'm playing the
so,
Switch version right now, and I
yeah.
think it looks pretty good in 1080.
Yeah, I played through Galaxy 2 about it was like a year around the time that Martin 3D All Stars came out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
played through
sorry, I got
Galaxy
things
2
set up
around
now.
then. Yeah.
It still weirds me out that Nintendo never put like Galaxy 2 on that thing.
I think that's just gonna go under unsolved mysteries, to be honest, because it's not gonna happen, especially since
Put it on.
you can still get this. This game's pretty decently available through other means.
Yeah,
but they're not. Well, they're not printing copies of 3D All Stars anymore. But you can. There's still a lot of stock that had not been gotten. So
They overprinted that game because people got mad.
yeah.
I mean, rightfully so, because like
And
nobody
then you have
likes
games like Xenoblade 2 where it's actually hard to find a copy. It's like,
Yeah. I paid like $90.
Torna.
Yeah, I paid $90 for Torna, but honestly, I think it was worth it. Even though I already owned Torna, I just wanted a physical copy.
I'm always on the lookout for a decent priced copy of that, but it's one of those things where
It's gonna hover around 90 to 100, I'm sure, for the lowest.
Yeah, probably. Nintendo, and then of course you have the limited runs, which are like God, the worst.
It's just
Limited run games.
Design,
nobody.
yeah, literally designed to be expensive.
So, you wanna? I think I probably posted about this a while ago because I got it back late last year. But I finally got the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World vinyl, and I had ordered that. When did that come out? Hang on.
That is a good soundtrack.
It is
by Anna Managuchi. Mostly.
Yes.
I just hate the Disney. I just hate the Disney Vault way of doing things, where it's like, oh, get it now before we lock it up forever and never.
See.
Well, the good news is that the fortunate few can just download pretty much anything from the internet these days.
Yep.
So, it's morally questionable, sure, but I think that I personally am of mind that it's not only morally okay to pirate Nintendo games as long as they're old enough, but that it's actually morally correct because Nintendo doesn't respect your copyrights when it's convenient for them. So why should I?
And
So
then,
They will, you know, they knock YouTube videos down all the time, and that breaks copyright law. But
the Scott Pilgrim versus the World soundtrack. Hang on one sec.
I feel the Nintendo ninjas aiming their sniper rifles at me.
it's
You
fine.
say that. They just blacklist all the Twitch people that do that. So
The Nintendo ninjas know better than to mess with me. It's fine.
I feel them aiming the sniper rifle.
But the vinyl, I think it released in 2020, and I didn't get it until late last year. So it took 2 years for that thing to be shipped out after I purchased it.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
That's
There was a lot of shit going on with it. It wasn't like any like copyright thing. It was just literally the pandemic and how it impacted a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it took that long, but you know.
Whatever.
It's
whatever. It's coming to you. It's coming.
Yeah, I already got it. So
Yeah,
don't worry about that.
it's you got it. It's there. You know.
And I ordered, like, I literally ordered also a physical copy of Mega Man The Wily Wars, like a Sega Genesis cart from them too. That came, and I ordered that after I ordered the Scott Pilgrim vinyl, and that came out like a year before that I got that. So.
Gee, wait, where'd you get what website?
Limited Run Games.
Oh my god,
I
have some things.
Limited run anything. I have a vendetta. I'm not gonna be.
I mean, they do their. I know they do their best, but it's like it's literally a very small company.
I have some things to say about them, but I won't say them because it's not family friendly.
Me too, buddy.
Well, I mean, this is an 18+ stream, so you can say whatever the fuck you want. I'm not afraid to say fuck.
I don't want you. I don't want you.
A while.
I don't want to risk a lawsuit.
Video. Honestly, I could write a whole video script about that if I felt like it. Sheesh. It's like
I'm just saying, if I were to get into my grievances with limited run games, then I'd probably get us sued.
From who? Limited Run Games for defamation?
That's besides the point.
Anyway, so we are now in Beach Bowl Galaxy. We're starting in the kitchen. You know, in the kitchen.
Discord stream.
Oh, I probably should do that.
Yeah, because this.
Hang on, let me manage my task manager here.
Yeah, first stream back in 2023, and I it was something, all right. You'd be surprised at how well Lego Star Wars has aged.
I like playing it. I have it on Steam and I have it on Wii.
A lot of those Lego games really do have like a lot of really good like mechanics because it's kind of like sure like they're all like Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones. Like they made so many of them that they had a lot of time to perfect it. You know,
it's baby's first platformer.
Yeah,
they still feel pretty good to play though for the most part. I haven't played one in years, but I think the last one I played was what, Lego Indiana Jones on the Wii.
That was a good one too.
I'm more of a Star Wars.
They also taught me the concept of apparently women can jump higher.
What?
Because I was like a skill that all the women characters in that game could jump higher than everyone else. I don't know, it was weird.
That's beautiful.
But anyway, so I'd say the kitchen is probably where the Mario Galaxy really starts getting into high gear. I mean, it wasn't slow before. I mean, it was a little bit because they had the game started, they get you accustomed to everything, and then they had the prankster comments in the second thing, so you had to backtrack to get all those. But now we have full free range, levels here, and so I think this is when the level themes start getting really good too. So I like it quite a bit.
Could have spread them out a little bit more, like the level themes a little bit more, so that it wasn't so like kind of lopsided in the side of boring in the early game in Galaxy 1.
Well, I think they had some creative designs. I think probably the most boring level is probably the Honey Hive to me. But like but Battle Rock is really cool. Space Junk is very good too. It's just that with I think the comets kind of hold it back a bit because I think the comet missions are way better in Galaxy 2. They have a better variety and stuff, and they also mix in the purple coins with that too, so you don't have to beat the game first in order to access those. But like the speedrun comets, they're not too interesting because you're literally playing the level again with the time limit, and you've more than likely have already beaten that stage in half that time. And also when you
can spin to swim really fast.
Yeah, I know that. But Luigi, I was gonna point out, Luigi loses a ton of air compared to Mario when you spin, so you have to be a little careful.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So honestly, I don't know if I ever did the Luigi playthrough on Galaxy because I was like, oh, it's just the
yeah, because like look at this. Every time I spin, it takes like a 1/16 of my air. And with Mario, it doesn't go down that fast.
Interesting. It seems like they made some very minor tweaks to the gameplay just to
Yeah, Luigi is seen as you could see Luigi as kind of a hard mode.
He's not really hard mode. The only thing that's harder about it is the Cosmic Clone races, because those will actually actively try to, you know, win. You know, they will, you know, they will long jump profusely, and they will take shortcuts that you might not even know about, so you have to watch yourself in those races.
Actual cheaters.
They're not cheaters, it's a skill issue. No, just kidding.
And you thought Elden Ring was testing your skills.
Alright, just a little secret here for star bits. I unlocked the galaxy last time. That was the last star I did, I'm pretty sure. Was the Sling Pod Galaxy. That's the best place to grind star bits. So I put in 400 star bits to unlock that galaxy with the Hungry Luma. And I died a few times because that level's a little difficult. But I put in 400 star bits and I got 480 star bits from that level. So I made a profit off of that level. So it's kind of funny how that worked out, but...
Did you pick up those penguins?
No, you can't. This isn't Mario 64. You can't toss them off the edge. Also, I didn't really notice before, but like... This looks like a giant toilet seat.
Oh my god.
It does!
It does indeed.
Why'd you have to point that out?
Because I watched Nintendo Capri Sun.
Dan's been on YouTube for over a decade at this point.
15 years. He just hit 15 years.
Oh my god, 5 more and he can legally go out to drink.
Meanwhile, Tim is currently like 40 something. I think Chugga's YouTube turns 15 this year.
My god. Then you realize how old we've gotten since elementary school.
I know. Sorry, I'm just messing around here. I probably should just get going. I was just like doing shit. Anyway.
How long has Clement been on YouTube?
More than a decade.
Yeah, a very, very long time.
Yeah, I know Johnny too.
Clement was like one of the OG Let's Players that I watched when I was like a kid. You know?
I didn't get into him until a little later, but yeah.
Yeah, Clement was the first Let's Player I ever watched on YouTube.
Dude, there's so many that have come and gone though.
Absolutely.
I remember that when I was a kid, I would watch this channel. I forget what the heck it was called, but it was basically just some kid who actually provided some pretty good commentary, in general. But he like eventually deleted all of his videos and like completely.
I hate when people do that after they're like done with their YouTube channel.
It's just like, please just leave them up so we can cherish
I mean, YouTube will delete them eventually anyway, like just at some point. It's not like it's not like a time-based thing. It's just that someday these will not be available anymore for some reason or another.
Which is why archiving is important.
Yes.
Preaching to the choir here, man. I have an archive.org account where I've uploaded over 150. Or was it 150 or like 120? Something like that. 120 scans and rips of CD-ROM games from like the late 90s and early 2000s.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Kind of a lot of work getting all of the stuff scanned though, with like with a scanner that I have laying around. Very time consuming.
I'm sure it is.
I can imagine. But yeah, you know, I am of the mind that it's it's part of the reason why I don't have a problem with ROMs and emulators, because you know you need to preserve that shit. Like,
yeah,
preserve
it's
it.
it's just weird how fast time goes by to make those obsolete. So. Well, first star in half hour. No, I'm just kidding. I was messing around too much, but we were talking about other shits, but it's all good. I don't know if I'll read the storybook. I might,
Hungry
but
Lumas.
Hungry Luma. I'll usually do that at the end of the dome here. Maybe just go in order.
Brother.
That's why they call it. I used to think they call it beach bowl because it was shaped like a bowl, but now it's more like a toilet bowl. So I was like, oh no, what are we swimming in?
Don't think about it too much.
I'm thinking about it.
Swimming in beach water, obviously.
Beach. I mean, that's nature's toilet. I mean, just think about it. All the fish that
Hey,
live in
you
there.
said it, not me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you. What the hell is happening?
I just pointed out a fact. Animals use the bathroom in the ocean.
I could think of like 10 other things they do in the ocean.
Yeah.
They fuck.
Okay.
Perfectly cut screams.
Hey, someone had to say it.
I don't know why I bother getting all these one-ups because I'm not gonna lose all of them.
Yeah,
So
you're
like
really in no danger.
Yeah, and plus when you start up a new game, well, not a new game, but when you start up a load a save, Luigi
You just like default straight to 20.
Yeah, Luigi's the letter you get from Princess Peach gives you 20 1-ups instead of 5 that Mario gets. Favoritism? No. Okay. I doubt that's
Game theory. Peach loves Luigi? Explanation mark, question mark, 3 big circles.
Mr. Beast. No, I'm just kidding.
And there's like a red arrow in the thumbnail. Somewhere.
Yeah. It's like the Mr. Beast epic rap battle meme.
God. I don't know why, but something about those thumbnails just makes me smile.
Because they know how bad they are. Where's that shell? Oh, I think I need to talk to the coach penguin first. Damn it.
Oh, I know, that's in a later galaxy. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm taking a swim set. I'm skipping straight to the final exam. I don't even need to enroll in school. If you're bringing the gold shells, automatic A for you. Yay, low effort.
I mean, hey, you know what they say.
C's get degrees?
C's to get degrees.
Mine. I just literally stole this kid's homework.
Eat shit, kid. I'm trying to get ahead in the world.
I'm literally Bully Maguire.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your
I'm
eye.
gonna put some dirt in your eye. Oh, we're underwater. Oh.
You want forgiveness? Get religion.
Stop. And then I threw my homework at him and said, "Fuck you."
You took your grade and then hurt him.
So like I still think my favorite mod of Smash Bros from last year was Bully Maguire over Joker.
Oh my god. That's the most beautiful mod ever.
I know, it's so good. Have you seen it, Cheat Freak?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I think I showed you. I can't remember.
I think the thing that kills me the most is that the Spider-Man theme plays every time Arsene gets out.
Yeah, it's like do 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 do.
And it's Venom too.
Yeah, it's Venom is like Morgana. It's like Venom's head.
Ah, yes, it's this level, the one that they loved so much that they had to
I know, it's like
bring it back.
I don't know why
Galaxy 2.
I don't know why Galaxy 2 they use Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. Well, they use more Mario Galaxy levels because they can just reuse assets. But like,
I mean,
it's just funny to me.
I mean, hey, saves time on dev time.
I mean, yeah.
Galaxy 2 is such an like an oddball Nintendo game because they never really, they don't usually do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's over here like, where's Super Mario Odyssey 2? And I'm like, I don't think that's gonna happen, but okay.
I think they used pretty much everything they had for that game.
Then the thing is, like,
not that they couldn't come up with more, but
oh no, yeah, like that's entirely
they
possible.
definitely could. Man,
has it
really been 5 years?
On Mario game, don't we?
Shit.
Yeah, it's been over 5 years since the last 3D Mario game, huh?
Yep.
Well, some people count Bowser's Fury as something, but
That's kind of I kind of like call that a half, but.
That's. I'd actually like to see the concept of Mario's. I mean, not Bowser's Fury.
Mario's Fury.
Mario's Fury. I'd like to see that concept like expanded into a full game.
That was a weird landing. Okay.
Like using traditional.
My thought process is they just took the Mario 3D World engine and like built a Mario Odyssey level with it, basically.
That I think they mixed the engines a bit, or at least improved the movesets.
I'd like to see what they did and bring like traditional Mario power-ups into the 3D space.
Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Damn it! I thought I could do it.
And into the black hole you go.
Spaghettification.
Spaghettification.
You know what happens when you get pulled into a black hole?
Apparently we do, even though we never. It's just a theorization.
Still a scary thought.
It is. I mean, I don't want to imagine what that would be like.
Painful, most likely. And then
I would be just trapped in painful nothing forever. Into the void.
Well, you must be dead probably like very quickly. So.
Let me see if I can do this.
I mean, you know,
it would be a split second of pain and then nothing.
I mean, you do know that time slows down the closer you are to a black hole, right?
Yeah.
True.
You ever seen?
But does your perception of time slow down the closer you are?
Seen Interstellar?
See Interstellar.
I feel like that movie has a pretty well, not accurate, but like a pretty good like portrayal
basis.
Yeah. Of what what that could be.
I mean, they got actual astrophysicists to like help out with that movie.
Oh, did they? I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about the Tox Blocks redesign?
Tox Blocks?
These guys, because these guys were in weren't they only in Shifting Sandland?
Yes, they were. They were only in Shifting Sandland, but they did redesign them for some reason. But
they just looked kind of like nothing to me before, so I didn't really have any opinion on it before. In Mario 64, I knew they were like in this mini game in Mario 64 DS too, but they didn't really look like anything to me. Let's see. There we go. Alright, second star.
I think that the old design was better, but only because it was more challenging because you had
there was a smaller space in there.
Than getting squished. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I remember what these guys looked like.
There's a comment there.
I can take it or leave it.
Yeah, it's not really any like big deal to me.
Nintendo always does stuff like that, where they like randomly redesign certain things, and like nobody ever talks about it. But
well,
it does happen.
After there was a point in between Mario 64 and New Super Mario Brothers on DS where they just had a lot of different varying designs for enemies between some games or just consistently through some other games, like the Double Dash, like Mario Party 4 and 5 era. Really weird designs for like Cheeps and Womps and stuff like that. But once New Super Mario Brothers rolled around, or was starting to, or Mario 64 DS more likely, but the designs got a bit more well, not centralized, but they just got updated to like a what would you call it? More consistent style, yeah.
I always kind of wonder what.
Oh come on! I just barely.
what it would be like if Nintendo couldn't just like half-bake emulate these things. The answer is probably just wouldn't get things, right?
Probably.
But like, if they that wasn't an option and they had to make something, and it was, I almost wonder if Nintendo would like revisionist history more games like they did with Majora's Mask. Like how would we like would they do stuff like that?
Oh
like
shit.
Adjust, like if they remade Mario 64, would they go back and change the designs of the enemies and stuff too? Like I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, they did with Mario 64 DS. They changed the designs of a lot of the enemies
to be more in line with their modern counterparts.
Yeah, like the Thwomps look like this.
I mean, I always thought it was a little weird how the Thwomps looked in 64.
Yeah.
Well, then again, it was like
these Thwomps look more in line like how
big angry rocks.
Yeah, these Thwomps look more in line like how they did with Mario 3 and Mario World.
I mean, to be fair, aren't Thwomps just big, giant, angry rocks?
Yeah.
Now they're big, angry rocks that have
motion sensors. Yeah.
It's kind
of look like, you know, like ancient stone columns. You know, like they kind of have like that look to them.
It's interesting though because the Thwomps
What the hell?
Wait, what? Huh?
Wow.
That didn't look like it should have hit me.
No, weren't you underneath it? Like
I was, but like it was like maybe like on the side of it. I don't understand.
You should have been safe. What the hell?
It's interesting because in Super Mario World, the Thwomps look like they do these days, more or less.
Yeah, like Mario World, Mario 3 is what they kind of look like now.
Right. So I guess they kind of like changed it for 64 just because they couldn't do more detail, probably.
Yeah.
Miss the sounds that they'd make.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. I do miss the sounds that the Thwomps would make in that game.
They still have those sounds.
Really?
So yeah, just sometimes they don't play when Thwomps are there in all games. Like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I've definitely heard them in games after 64. Especially in like Mario Party.
Like that sound.
Yeah.
Miss it.
It's still around, it's just seldom played.
Revisionist history. You hate to see. I'm just kidding.
Hell.
31 stars, baby.
Yay, we're on our way.
Oh, you're no, you're not even.
No, we're not halfway there. Once we hit 60 stars, we'll be halfway there.
Yeah, I was about to say, doesn't this game have like 120 stars total?
121 stars.
Ooh,
and like 240 something if you count both playthroughs.
Secret undersea cavern.
Yeah, there's a secret star here.
I'll never forget the one time I got a secret star by complete accident.
There's sometimes where I would do that as a kid.
Yeah, I felt so accomplished.
Alright, I need a shell. There's one. Also, I like you can hold the ZL button to brake, and it has like brake lights. I think that's funny.
I never noticed that.
Yep. Oh shit! I thought I was gonna like go off the edge of the world. I kind of did a reaction there. I was like, oh god.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, there we go. Also, I knew it's so weird how Mario 64 had the shell riding underwater thing, but it's never used for anything. It's only it's like an optional thing.
What? That's a thing?
Oh yeah, you could do that in Mario 64. There's to be some shells in the clams underwater in Jolly Roger Bay, and you could pick it up and you would start moving with the shell, like in front of you, like how it is in this game.
I never knew that.
Well, it's because it's never required for any kind of star or any secret or anything like that. So it's kind of a concept that doesn't get that didn't get used. Also, let me.
What game is this song from? I remember.
It's from Mario 3.
Oh my god.
It's very easy.
I never. Okay, can I be real?
Sure.
I never played Mario 3.
You need to fix that. It's one of the best games ever.
I know.
I know I can get up there with a triple jump.
My favorite was play Mario 3 is most definitely the advanced version, man.
Mario 3 Advance, I grew up on that one, but I also grew up with the original NES version because I still have it. I still have the cartridge back behind me.
Does Super Mario World have an advanced version?
Yes.
It does.
Oh.
Although, I think that one suffers from
hell?
that typical GBA problem of everything being, like, the colors being all washed out.
Well, that's because of the unbacklit screen at the time. They had to make it work.
Somebody made, like, a patch for the ROM, though, that fixes that, which is nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I might play the Mario 3 Advance version at some point, because I want to play Mario 3.
Although, in my opinion,
definitely do World E.
I've tried doing those levels. Those levels are hard.
I don't know. I don't remember having too much trouble with them.
Well, I'll do a playthrough of it at some point, and we'll figure that out.
I think the Super Nintendo version of Mario
Oh my
World
god, I'm Jesus.
is still amazing. Does the advanced port...
Come on, he's not that good. It's not like he can walk on water.
Are there any major changes that the advanced version of Mario World does?
They make the Yoshi coins a collectible instead of like something you get for just a 1-up during the levels. I forget what the Yoshi coins are unlock.
I think it pretty much just like you get a cool little cutscene at the end, and it turns them into like weird coins afterwards.
Oh yeah, because you collect them. You have to go collect them again, but they're different coins, don't you?
Yeah, something like that.
Because I never played the world. I never played the
change,
advanced
honestly.
Yeah.
That's something I'd like to go back and do at some point. Just like do like 100% run of that version.
I think you can choose between I think you can choose to play between Mario and Luigi in that game, right? And doesn't Luigi has his different physics from Mario Advance 2?
Super Mario World?
Yeah.
Yeah. The GBA version of that's pretty weird. It's got some cool stuff going on though. I like it.
I think I'll.
Nope.
Maybe I'll play that someday, but you know, for now I'll just stick with the SNES version.
That's fine too.
It's pretty much a perfect game.
Yeah. There we go. Using Cataquacks who returned from Mario Sunshine to get up there.
If we're talking 2D Mario, Super Mario World is definitely my favorite that I've played.
I like Super Mario World a lot. I'll go back and play that anytime. I just prefer Mario 3, and that's probably because I played that one first, and it's probably only because of that. But I just prefer it because of that. I like the power. I think the power-up selection in 3 is what wins me over.
And New Super Mario...
What's that?
New Super Mario 3... No. New Super Mario DS is still a fantastic game.
Oh, that's still a great game too, yeah.
Even though they milked that sub-series to death.
I still think all of those games are fun to play. That's just obviously, you know, game fatigue.
I forgot. New Super Mario Brothers Wii. I had so much fun with.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii is great still, I think.
I don't.
My favorite is Super Mario World, probably. But but between Mario 3 and Mario World especially, I mean, it's mostly for me, it's just that the levels in 3 are way too short.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I feel like a lot of them just don't. They either overstay their welcome, or they don't. And they finish too early.
Yeah.
In fairness, it was an NES game, so I mean,
yeah.
But I think the level design for most of those levels are still really good.
My favorite new Super Mario Bros. Game is Hot Take.
Is it New Super Mario Brothers 2?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I think that was pretty. Honestly, I think it's pretty fun to play through. Honestly, it's got decent level design. I like the return of Raccoon Mario. Honestly,
I just liked the coin stuff. I thought that it was really fun. They took one of the things that's fun about Mario and turned it into a whole mechanic.
I like the coin rush mode.
That too. It was good.
In that game where
I didn't like how they did the DLC, but you know.
No, I don't like how it was paid DLC.
DLC?
Yeah. It had DLC packs.
That game had
Some of them
DLC?
are pretty rough too.
Yeah.
Man.
Also, we're in
I would
now.
say that's harder than the World E stuff, probably.
What, the stuff in New Super Mario Bros. 2?
Yeah, the hardest coin rush stuff is really tough.
I guess so. I haven't played that one either, so I can't tell. But we're in Buoy Base Galaxy with probably my favorite music track in the entire game. this song is one of the best Mario Galaxy songs ever. And I could just listen to this like on loop for like forever, honestly.
We haven't had a new 2D Mario in a long time either, huh?
Nope.
Oh, well, I mean, the last one that was released, yeah, was a re-release, so...
Yeah.
We're really starved for new Mario content, aren't we?
Not really? Well, I mean...
Mainline.
Yeah, I know. But you could play Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope and you can get a great Mario RPG. I just finished that last night. It's great.
Doesn't that game have a soundtrack composed by Grant Kirkhope and Yoko Shimomura?
It does, and it's like it's so good. It's like, why is it so good? This is a Mario and Rabbids game. You don't have to go so hard for it, but they did.
I'm honestly interested in playing it just for that alone.
Oh, go, yeah, absolutely go play it. I would also recommend the first one too. I think the first one still holds up. I think the second one is better in terms of overall gameplay and strategy mechanics. So, but I still think the first one is worth a play. And don't let the Rabbids stigma, you know, hold you from playing it, because, you know, it's not. Honestly, it's way more tame than how the Rabbids had been in the late to early, in the early
2010s.
Yeah.
Trivia about this level: there is a remix of the song for this level in one of the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Which one?
And it is so good. I think it's the Winter Olympic one, but don't quote me on that.
Which one?
Yeah, there's a couple of them. I know there's a battle.
Obviously, the Wii one.
Yeah.
Game.
I know there was a
really
Battle
good.
Rock. I know there's a Battle Rock remix in 2012 London.
Let me see if I can find it.
There's also a really good Crazy Gadget remix in London 2012.
Crazy Gadget?
Yeah, from Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's from Sochi 2014.
Oh yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah, definitely check that out sometime. It's a really good remix.
So Sega is the one that does all the arrangements for those games for Mario or Sonic, and they do really good job. They do a really good job. Their music production is great.
Yeah. Why does Sega Sound Team go so hard? Well, I mean, the only time they didn't go hard was for Sonic Forces.
I don't know. Yeah, I enjoy some music from that game, but that's doesn't hit as hard as it should, and like it's weird considering Otani composed that game and he usually hits really hard, and especially Sonic Frontiers, his most recent one, is so much better than it.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with
Here's
Forces.
a Pokeball.
Some of the music. The thing is I feel like it's partly like not Otani's fault necessarily, because I don't know if he was responsible for all of the arranging as well as the composing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is a Pokeball.
Yeah, look, it's a Pokeball.
This one YouTuber I watch, Turret something, he does remixes, and he did some remixes of the classic music from Sonic Forces, and it kind of shows that the compositions are actually really good. The problem is that they're just terribly mixed.
For some reason,
arranged.
For some reason, they use like normal Genesis. They just use normal Sega Genesis sound font, when Sonic Genesis music sounded a lot different than most Genesis music you would normally get on the system.
Yeah.
And it's just... It did not need to... Okay, I get it, it's classic Sonic, we need to have classic sounding music, but like... No.
You know, T. Lopes is right there.
Yeah, T. Lopes is right there!
And then you have Jun Sunaway, whenever he's told to do classic music, it's just like... It's just like the same... It's that stupid... You know, the snare and like the generic synth?
Yeah.
Oh no!
No!
Well, I think... Yeah, like
so
he composed Sonic 4 episodes 1 and 2, and those are probably some of his weakest compositions ever. And like, it's sad to say. He needs... He's at his best when he does live music.
Yeah, and then there's the recreations he did for the Sonic 3 and Knuckles in Sonic Origins, and I'm just like, brother, you had the originals right there.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you composed Angel Island Zone and stuff. You should be better than this.
You could... Wait, how much of Sonic 3 did you compose?
Got like a third of it, I think.
Brother, you composed a third of that soundtrack. How does it... I don't know.
So now we're gonna get our first green star. Not our first of 120 of them, but... Oh my god, what the...
Wait, there's 120 green stars?
In Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
How am I avoiding these bullets?
Okay, I need to know.
There we go.
Do you call them bullet bills or bonsai bills?
The bonsai bills are the big one with like those giant teeth and stuff. They're the big size ones. These are just bullet bills. We'll see bonsai bills later. I can't remember where the bonsai bills are in this game. I know there's one in Bowser's, in the final Bowser level.
For some reason, I thought we had like a, you know, a situation where it was like you could call them either or.
No, bonsai bills are the giant, like the super giant bullet bills.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Come on, quit colliding into each other.
Yeah, I just took a look at the Mario wiki.
It's one of the first enemies you see in Mario World. Oh my god.
Talk of bonsai bills is giving me war flashbacks to World 9 from Super Mario, New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Oh yeah, but those aren't bons. I don't think those are bonsai bills. I think those are king bills.
What?
Those
yeah.
things are massive. Do you remember those? They're like the size of the screen.
Oh my.
Yeah, they take up like half the size of the screen.
Oh
but,
my god, they reuse them in the.
Yeah, they reuse them in one level in U as well.
Good lord, that face is terrifying.
Oh my god. What is with these bullet bills? Here. Can you not... Can you come here, please?
They're ignoring you.
They're ignoring... I'm right in front of you. Alright, come on. I wish they would stop colliding into each other. I need one of you. Come here. There we go.
There we go. You
oh, touching the star!
You were touching the star.
First green star. So there's 3 green stars in the game. And if you collect all these specific stars, you unlock 3 more levels. So we'll get to those later.
And I assume those have more stars.
No, they each have 1 star each, those levels.
Oh.
But there's some of the more trickier galaxies in the game too.
God, I'm just looking at this face for King Bill, and I'm just thinking to myself, good lord.
Yeah.
That smile's a little too big for me.
Takes up the whole goddamn screen. Green star for Luigi. Alright. Let's see. What do you gotta say? I think you're probably a Guardian of the Trial Galaxies. Trial of the Dragon!
Hey, Mario!
It's Captain Toad. We're so busy. Oh god. That's me.
You know, I'm happy that, oh man. Keegan-Michael Key is he who voices Toad?
Yes.
I'm surprised. I'm just glad he didn't go for that, like, high-pitched screaming that Toad's known for.
Yeah, it's hard to replicate that.
Like, I just think listening to that for, like, an hour and a half would get grating after a while.
I don't know what you're talking about. I could listen to that for hours. What's this icky paint-like goop? It's moving!
Oh, God. Do I gotta talk about it?
No, what are you talking about?
Chris Pratt is Mario.
Oh, I mean, it's not that bad, honestly. People are overreacting.
I just think that Chris Pratt... Like, I know he's a good voice actor. I know he can, like, really pull off some amazing voices. But
oh yeah, I think I can do a skip in this level.
Oh shit, let's see it.
Okay. I've done it before, but I can't remember where it was. I think it's after this section here. But this level mostly involves the pointer a bit. So, let me me see here. What does he got to say? What's the lore of this level, boys? Oh no. Glory Star's room, it's crashed. Well, you're fucked.
I guess you're gonna starve here.
Yeah. Alright. Bubbles! Fucking bubbles.
Fucking bubbles! Why did we have the same thought?
I don't know. Because we spend too much time on the internet.
I can't even reference that man anymore without feeling dirty.
It's okay, you don't... I mean, it's not... It could be a lot worse, honestly, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. Oh god. I can imagine this was a little easier on the Wii.
It's not too bad here. Just gotta be a little careful.
Oh, thank goodness. I was about to say, if you collided with those rocks and it was over, that's
No,
just...
no, it's not if you touch... It's only if you touch certain things you die. Like those spike balls, I mean, you obviously die. But,
You guys are feeling 2D Mario starved. I do have a solution if you've never played it. It is
it a ROM hack?
there's a ROM, it's kind of a ROM hack. There's a group of people who made really good levels. It was like a lot of people that kind of contributed to this project. I think the newer series of ROM hack.
Ooh.
Mostly, I think Skawo did most of the work on the DS one, but there was a whole bunch of like level creators from the new Super Mario Bros. Modding community that made a.
Look at this shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, oops, I died. But I can do it technically. But
they made a Revolution patch style ROM hack for new Super Mario Bros. Wii. Kind of like Project M or whatever, but for new Super Mario Bros. And it's one of the best ROM hacks probably ever made.
Oop.
It's like arguably better than it's arguably better than like the new Super Mario Bros. Wii is in a lot of cases. Actually,
yeah, shit.
Has completely original music. A full Super Mario World style world map. It's really good. Definitely recommend trying it out.
You can do skip like that even in this version. Been around since the Wii version.
Oh my god, that's
I don't know what exactly that is. I wonder if it's just uncoded, a coded collision that wasn't taken out or something like that. It's weird. But once I learned that, I never played this level fully like that. I just did that.
I think it would have saved me a headache or two.
Maybe the level designer just really hated playing the level, so he's like, you know what? Dev skip. developer shortcuts before the Mario Maker games.
Yeah. All right. Now time for spooky time.
Oh man, how fitting.
How fitting.
Alternatively, if you can't be bothered to run newer through Revolution on an actual Wii, it is. I have an ISO of it laying around.
Oh, you got it for Dolphin.
Yeah, I could just
also
send an ISO to one of you guys if you want.
Luigi in the Haunted Mansion. I wonder what that's a reference to. Anyway, also I love how in the Luigi Galaxy mode, they didn't even bother to like just switch the roles around. They just made Luigi just has a clone of himself now.
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
Missed opportunity.
Oh, one thing that that newer does for Mario Wii is they add the hammer suit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
the one for Mario 3.
Yeah, they added that. They added that to the ROM hack, which is pretty cool.
Where you just throw a bunch of hammers.
Yeah. It's one of the most broken power-ups in Mario history, honestly, because you can kill like Thwomps, you can kill Boo with it. It's
now you are the annoying hammer bros.
Yeah. Oops. Power ran out. Also, I love this song. It's a really cool song.
Boos weren't introduced until
Mario 3,
right?
Mario 3.
Oh wait, I thought they were.
Nope.
Oh well, I need to play Mario 3.
Yes, you do. Like even like I think the first letter, because you get a letter from Princess Peach after every world you complete, and I think the first world says, the ghosts won't chase you if you look directly at them or something like that.
I'll be honest, I feel like Nintendo really hasn't quite, they've never quite nailed ghost houses since Super Mario World, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with you there.
The only one that kind of even comes close, at least for my taste, is I guess some of the ghost houses in the newer Super Mario Bros. Series are okay, but they've never tried to adapt like the idea of the ghost house very well to 3D, and this is like an example of one of those pseudo attempts at it.
Yeah.
They tried to do some of it in Super Mario 3D World, but I feel like the puzzles that you're trying to solve are just too easy to be interesting.
Yeah, I think because in the new Super Mario Brothers series, it was more about like, oh, we just gotta find the hidden wall here, you know?
Right. They just didn't do... I don't know. It just doesn't feel tricky enough. They need to make it trickier.
A little bit. I think they gotta add some like hidden blocks or alternate pathways that don't involve just finding the right wall or something like that, you know?
Right.
Boot houses were pretty good brain teasers back in the day.
Well, like,
oh yeah, especially like how there's multiple exits, so like finding the secret exit is a whole second puzzle in and of itself.
Yeah.
It's like there's like a lot of stuff that brought to the table that they haven't really
I mean, there's only one ghost house in Mario World that didn't have a secret exit. And I also like how there's only one ghost house in Mario World that had a boss fight against the giant Boo.
That was such a nice surprise.
Yeah. That was like the only like non-repeated boss fight in the entire game.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I think Mario World is good, is there's always like weird little surprises and stuff in it, and I like it. It's a good game. They should make new Super Mario World.
I mean, that's what New Super Mario Bros. U tried to do, because it had an open world map. It had like a level world map like Mario World, but it kind of was like too on the nose with its Mario World references with that.
I also feel like I just feel like New Super Mario Bros. U's level design is just kind of boring most of the time.
A bit.
You know, sure, everybody points to that one painting level and says, "Oh, but what about this?" And it's like,
the actual level you play through.
Okay, sure, they made 2 or 3 good levels, but that doesn't change the fact that most of it's pretty boring.
Yeah, that's.
Luigi U is better, but that's because it's harder. That's really all.
I want a YouTube thumbnail made as like Luigi has a secret, and it's just pointing at like, you know.
It needs like three red circles and 5 pointing arrows.
Yeah.
Alright, be right back.
You also need someone doing the soy jack face on the thumbnail.
Yeah. I like how you can spin these ghosts and they just go in the wall and they're like, oh, I'm okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And we have the Boo Mushroom. And Luigi has become the very thing he swore to destroy.
You have become the very thing you swore to destroy. You were the chosen one!
You were the chosen one.
It was said that you would vanquish the Boos,
Also,
not join them!
Also, you would think if I got a 1-up, it would take me out of the Boo transformation.
Nah, that's too much thought for Nintendo.
Shake to turn invisible. This is probably the power-up I think they utilize the least.
Wow, we had the same thought.
I feel like this could, because this was like really cool when this was new and when this game came out. I was like, oh my god, you could be a Boo? That's cool. But they don't really do much with it. In Galaxy 2, there's only one level where they use it.
Brother.
Yeah.
I'm assuming if you go into the light, you lose it.
Yeah. I'm gonna freak Luigi out. Wait, I am Luigi. Yeah, I like it. And also the other Boos have like a hard-on for you.
Stop freaking out, Luigi.
Oh, he still says Mario!
Are you me?
Are you me?
I am the shadow.
Yeah, no, the true self. I was gonna say that too. Well, I guess there's another. I guess there's enough people in the universe for one person to look like me. This town ain't big enough for the 2 of us.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2
There's
of
2
them.
of them.
Time for my prequel prequel memes are still fresh on the mind.
Prequel memes are good. Let's go home. We are home. That was fast. Me, Luigi.
At some point, my LEGO Star Wars stream just became me talking about prequel memes.
I mean, that's always what it's gonna come to.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. But not like here. Here, everything is smooth and soft.
I can see your twin from here.
Why isn't it Mario?
I don't know. It's so weird.
You went through all this extra effort to make it double, but you couldn't.
Wait, here's the weird thing though too.
Does this mean in the extended Super Mario Galaxy universe, there's 2 Luigis? One that's afraid of ghosts and one that isn't.
So here's the thing. These Luigi models are actually different. There's an NPC Luigi model, and then you have the player Luigi model here. So this Luigi is actually slightly taller than player model Luigi, and his green is also a darker shade. You can kind of tell a little bit.
Oh my god.
I don't actually know if that's a model difference. That might just be lighting, actually. They might just literally just not light the NPCs as much because they don't need to be as detailed as Mario
Possibly,
does.
but he is taller than player model Luigi.
Is that true, or is he literally just like...
I'm trying to get like a good side by side here. But his hat's like... I think he is.
Is he floating?
No.
He kind of looks like he might be floating above the ground a little. Weird.
Let's see.
That's interesting.
Maybe a little, but I don't know. But anyway.
Hey,
yeah,
me.
I think, yeah, like, look, like, Luigi, the player Luigi model has, like, a shorter stature a little bit, while his model Luigi's legs are kind of fully out.
Yeah, I just kind of realized NPC Luigi's legs are a little bit thinner.
Yeah.
I think they're just thinner and longer. It might just be because Mario skeleton on Luigi, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to see if I can get a good look at low poly player Luigi, or I know there's an image online where there's the low poly version of the model from a distance. But I don't know if it's gonna show up for me here.
Low poly Mario lives rent-free in my head.
Yeah, there's low poly Luigi over there. He starts out, but it's just look at low poly Luigi from Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh my god, I found it!
Yeah.
Little mod models.
There's something about low poly models that just breaks me.
It's not just that they're low poly, it's that they're not intended to be seen up close at all.
Yeah.
They're like level of detail models or something.
Yeah.
There's a trick they've been using since Mario 64 and even before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like half of how Spyro works is level of detail models.
Oh, absolutely.
I've never seen low poly Spyro.
Well, that's because Spyro is always close to the camera, so there probably really isn't a model for that.
So this star is actually...
else...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, everything else in Spyro, I mean, even the world does that. Like if you walk around in Spyro, if you have, especially if you're playing like an emulator with high resolution, it's so obvious when the high resolution models pop in. It's super weird. Just kind of a thing that they do.
I'm a heathen. I never played Spyro. So.
I had the original on PS1. I never played the sequels.
Look, I know I'm a heathen. You don't have to point it out.
I own Reignited trilogy though.
I haven't played the original PlayStation trilogy of Spyro fully ever. I think I got through 1. I think I made it like 75% the way through 2, and I don't know if I ever played 3. I might have played 3 eventually anyway, but like I can't remember right now.
Okay, I'm gonna expose myself for the heathen I truly am. Aside from Crash, I never played any of the other big PlayStation platformers.
I mean, I haven't really either.
Most of them kind of suck.
I mean, Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Spyro, Sly Cooper. I've not played those.
I recommend the first Sly game. I don't know if I can recommend 2. Maybe 3 is pretty good.
I like them all.
I prefer the first one over the rest of them though. I feel like the focus on Sly gameplay in the first one really is what makes it work.
Yeah. Anyway, so this level here is one of the stars I could not get as a kid, and I just left this one alone. It was really hard for me. I thought because this is the race between you and this Boo who has this awesome helmet. But
I mean, this isn't that hard.
It's not hard, but as a kid, it was hard for me. Because I didn't really know, like, how you're supposed to go about the Polestar path here. And, like, I would just get lost. So I didn't really know how to use the momentum of it pulling you and, like, letting go. I would always pull myself, like, to it and stop and then keep going, and that's probably why I lost it. And I didn't know about the shortcut either.
Shortcut?
Yeah, I'll show you here. I can get it. I'm even with him here. Let's see. Yeah, so I like left this one alone. This is one of the stars I never got. But there's a pole star there.
Cheater!
Cheater! He doesn't call you out on it. And then these planets here got me messed up too because you kind of have to like cancel it before you get on there, or else you like bump off. You have to watch out for the mines here because you can get that. But if you, I think if you at least, yeah, if you only get hit by one, you should be fine. Go.
Go.
I wonder what's the fastest time anybody can do on this.
Probably some crazy speedrunner, less than a second. I mean, have you seen speedrunners? They are a different breed.
Yep. Well, speaking of, AGDQ starts today.
Oh, that started today?
I think so.
Oh. Awesome games done quickly.
Mm-hmm. Awesome games done at a rapid pace. Alright. What do we got? Oh! You have a letter from Luigi. A letter to myself.
Bro!
Bro, I got a star. Now I can't get back.
Wait, then how did he...
And how did you send the letter? How does anybody send letters in space?
Don't think about it.
It's a video game.
It's a video game. Don't think about it. It's fiction.
Whoa.
Don't think about it.
So, I feel like the Luigi go find Luigi levels are kind of like very patty because they don't really do anything, and it's not even that far into the level. Like it's literally right here. Like, can you? It's like Where's Waldo? But you're trying to find Groudon.
Where's Groudon?
Yeah, where's Groudon? He's right here.
So you literally just gotta jump up there and you're done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks.
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 Also, like Luigi giving Luigi power star is like the image of Obama giving himself the medal.
God, why does he look... He really does... I feel like they just swapped out Mario's head on his model.
A little bit. Luigi's slightly taller than the Mario model, though. But, like, it's still, like, very compressed.
Brother, like, Luigi is supposed to have long, slender legs. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but...
No, I feel like this model's still really good, it's just there is a difference in NPC model Luigi.
Maybe that's the real Luigi over there. We're just playing as the shadow.
Who's the real Luigi? Are there any other Luigis I should know about? Meow.
Meow.
Ah! There you go. Oh shit.
My brother in Christ, you made them.
My brother in Christ, you are my brother. Again.
I am once again asking for your...
Alright, back to the ghosts. Back to the coast.
Ghost! Toast.
Coast.
That episode always cracked me up.
I wish I could recite Mr. Krabs' thing about how he's like geared up to protect himself from
Fight
ghosts. We've clogged all the toilets.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Great, now I'm sus.
You took all my food. Now I'm gonna starve.
Alright. I always love the beginning of the Ghost of the Galaxy because you always get a rainbow star. You can just go mad with power.
Ain't no shit's
God.
gay all year, son.
Arf arf.
You just killed that dog.
I killed dogs. I forgot what level this is. It's Bouldergeist, so.
You dog murdering psychopath.
Oh yeah, we get to do one of the hardest levels in the game soon. After this one. Also, we have these... It's something I kind of wish they would start doing more. I mean, they kind of did it in Mario 3D Land, too. With the Tanuki tail. By giving it to a lot of enemies and stuff like that. And they also did it with the cat suit. But here we have... let's see, what am I missing here? We have to go up. Oh, yeah. We have bomb boos. They're like bombs and boos mixed together. It was like, that'd be a cool concept if they mixed enemy types together. Ah! Ow. It's weird because you hold their tongue around by spinning next to them, and it's like, it's weird. These guys are like
brutal.
Yeah, that's a weird. These are probably one of the weirdest Mario enemies. But they're cool.
So if you die in the Mario universe, do you become a boo?
I don't know.
Or are boos just their own separate species?
I think they're their own separate species, but I don't think it's that much of a concern if they are or not.
Yeah, I just thought about that, and I'm just like, man, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Were there boos in Odyssey?
Yes.
Sure?
I can't remember. Maybe not. Oh shit. I hate these sling things.
Oh, there are no boos in Odyssey.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh god, it's these things. I hate them so much.
Yeah. I just said the galaxy full of them, but it's the galaxy the best grind star bits in. There's a Bombu. There's two of them.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Again. Wah. 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 And wah.
Shark Pog.
Shark Pog.
You've seen that?
Yes, I've seen that. Come on, get through there. God damn it. No!
No! Into the black hole you go.
Fuck. Go through the hole. Damn it. There we go. Ah. Come on. No! Shit!
Into the black hole you go.
I didn't even go in a black hole, I just fell.
Now you fall into the infinite void of space. Wow, that got depressing.
Oh shit. I know they brought this song. You know, funny enough, they brought this song back, like for a slight, like quick second remix of this in Paper Mario Sticker Star, I think.
Sticker Star?
Yes.
You mean that game that Chugga Conroy hates a lot?
Yes. I hate it a lot too. I got it for Christmas in 2012.
Yeah.
My grandma, God rest her soul. And I never told her that the game was bad. Because I felt like it would be really bad.
It's the thought that counts.
I know. And honestly, nobody knew if it was going to be good or bad before it came out, so...
You know what they say, hindsight is 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Alright, here we are at the boss. You'll probably recognize the boss.
Are you gonna feed that Luma?
No, I'm good. That's because I have an easy time with this boss. But I say that when we have to do, to fight this boss again later, only with 1 HP. So, my tone could be different then.
This boss does not look familiar.
Oh, okay. But how much have you played Mario Galaxy?
I beat it.
You beat it? Okay, well, have you played it? Have you beaten it like a lot? Have you replayed it a lot?
No.
No, okay. Well, this boss is probably the hardest Daredevil run in the game because you only have 1 HP for it, and I feel like he has a lot of varied attacks. There's some weirdness to the thing because these rocks home in on you.
Slap him silly.
Yep. And now you have to do that twice. You have to hit him once there and then another time there.
And he's getting harder.
He's got hands.
Get it? Because he's made of rocks.
Now he's got hands. Now he can do a punch. Falcon punch. So now his hands will get in the way of you trying to blow the body up. Yeah, like that.
Blow up the hands.
Well, I mean, he can regenerate those hands, so sometimes it's not really worth doing. Sometimes he can also drop coins in those golden boulders. Yeah, I got him once there. This guy thinks he's Master Hand.
I was gonna make that joke. Darn it.
Stone Edge.
Thank goodness you're not a flying type.
Yeah. Well, it's about as accurate as Stone Edge. See, he can regenerate his hands. And I would have died there if this is the Daredevil run. Just that one pot shot.
Here comes Daredevil.
And dead.
He's done for.
Pop.
There's a star.
Yay.
Yay.
Also, I want to show you how cool this background looks. So it's like a bunch of like ghosts, wispy ghosts.
That is kind of scary.
Yeah, and then like they all, well, I can't look up all the way, but they all
converge. To the light.
Yeah, they all converge in like one place, and it's like super bright there. It's like really cool. I like that background.
They're going towards the light.
Yeah. Ooh.
Game theory.
Spook. Do all ghosts go to space when they die? You ghosts die. Ghosts don't die. Alright. Oh my god, I forgot we're in the kitchen dome. Now we can be those YouTube thumbnails. What was he cooking?
What was he cooking?
I love those memes.
Does he know?
Does he know?
I know. They're so good. Does he know? He does know!
Alright, and we got a secret star. First I'm gonna get the rainbow star again. Getting starbits is very crucial in this game.
When is it ever?
I know. Especially important in Mario Galaxy 2 where you need 9,999 starbits.
Excuse me, what?
Yes, so in order to get access to the final galaxy after collecting all the stars, you have to get 9,999 starbits in your bank.
Galaxy 2?
Yes.
Man, Galaxy 2 did not play around.
It did not. It's probably one of the harder Mario games.
Happy Mara.
Let's see. Whoop. Go, go. Shit! Don't touch me! Okay. Let's see. How annoying Boo's got. Ow, that's close. Alright. Now we unlock the coin there, and it starts moving the level. We also have a bunch of star bits here. Oop. This unlocks more star bits. Oh, no, it doesn't. Never mind. Here, the star. Unlock the door. One up. Oh, I hit my head on something. Oh, no, no, no! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay. Give me the star, give me the star, give me the star! Whoa! The door wasn't even open! Okay. Put the one down. Alright. I believe the Daredevil comment will show up now. Well, looky there. Alright, let's see how long this takes me. It shouldn't take me too long. Hopefully. Poltergeist Daredevil run. Oh yeah, there's like the point where they're all going. It's really cool. I just love the background details in this game. I'll probably be pointing out more as we go. One hit. I love the effect inside the body there. This guy really is a Pokemon. He'd be a rock and ghost type. He has Stone Edge, Rock Throw. Come on. Oh, come on! Got him. Come on. Come on, Bombroo. Come on, hit him. Damn it. I don't know if he can respawn. Got him. There we go. Right now he's got hands. I can take this rock. Damn, rock got hands. Okay. Be hard to get closer to him. Okay. Got one. Megaton Punch. Oh, Stone Edge! You can break through these rocks. So can he. And I was reforming his hand. Damn it. Shite. Alright, direct hit. No Stone Edge again. see. Got it! Nice direct hit! Alright, first try! Let's go! Geodude's quick attack. We beat Geodude. What's going on, Dandy Eddie? Good to see you. So I believe that's all of the kitchen done except for the Bowser level, which we'll do. Oh yeah, you did move back in, didn't you? I hope that wasn't too bad. I know you said you're tired there, but hopefully it was still okay for the most part. Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada. I kinda like this level. Sinking the airships, except we only sink like one, I think. Oh, good old Mario 3 airship theme. I love this. I love this arrangement. Oh man, I was trying to do a 3 combo. Is there a secret? Yes, there was. Oh. Can I get them all? Oh, let's go! Oh. The gravity in cameras are really weird. Oh yeah, the space background looks so cool here. Oh god, Magic Koopas. Ugh. Oh, I thought the bullet. Oh, here they come. Ah! POV, you're getting chased by a bullet bill. There we go. Yahoo! Wahoo! Let's see. Finally made it. I was starting to worry. How did you get here by yourself? I don't think I have enough for the Luma. Ooh. Man, it's so weird to see wigglers on the airships when it's not Mario Maker. But I don't really need a power shroom or life shroom, whatever it's called. Not a 1-up mushroom, that's different. Alright, ride the platform. Board the platforms. Oh, shit! Ugh. Damn. And I thought he was gonna kill me. Alright. Bowser Jr. time. You just don't give up. Fine then, I guess I'll just whip you myself. You want this Grand Star so bad, you're gonna have to take it from me. If you dare. I love this theme. Also, he killed Goop Troopa. First couple phases are pretty easy. Although there's a Goomba here. Oh! I was looking for secrets. There's one up here. Also, it's so weird to see Koopas on all fours again in this game. They haven't been like that since the original Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers. Oops. Correct hit. Okay. Now he's facing the front, so it's a bit harder to hit him. But you can still hit him all the same. Ah! Magic Koopas! Oh god, there's so many fucking bullet bills. He got the jukes though. Oh, that's the last hit. Boosh. Get one of those coins. Just like to see what's around here. Hey, how? Oh, you can go out on the thing a bit. Oh god, I don't want to go out there as Luigi. There's nothing out there. Kinda cool though. Anyway, let's get the Grand Star. Star! It's the 4th Grand Star now. So now we have a greenish flame, I guess? I can't really tell. I feel like the last 2 ones were green. Maybe it's orange and yellow. And we get the bedroom. Ooh, the bedroom. We're in the bathroom. Charleston's gonna crease on. Wow, we unlocked everything. Thanks to you and your friends, all the domes on the lower level are working again. Once the engine room on the upper level is powered, the whole observatory will be working. Then the Comet Observer will fly as a starship once again. And you'll be able to fly to a special one in the center of the universe. Yay! We're at 3,009 starbits. Cool. I don't think I was missing any stars in the kitchen. Now this is when Rosalina's observatory music comes into its own. I love how it builds up over the course of the game, it's so cool. Oh. Yeah, these 2 aren't complete yet because... purple coins. Alright, let's do this Hungry Luma. So how much do you need? 600, not a problem. Transform! Oh, what galaxy was it? I mean, we'll see when we get there, but... I skipped past the text. Drip Drop Galaxy. Giant eel outbreak. Oh god. Unagi is here! I mean, they're kind of ugly like it, but not as scary as it was in Nintendo 64. Old Man Penguin. This is the only planet in... It's not a galaxy, this is a planet. Can I not? Oh, I can't now. Whoa, god, it's so freaking bright. Ah. Let's see. Gringills. Like those could gobble us up in one bite. That's what they're called? Giant gringills have been terrifying the water lately. Can you help us? Do you like penguins? What's Grandpa Penguin have to say? Ever since those big eels showed up, we haven't caught any fish. Get rid of those big eels. Okay. This is a very liminal music here. It's kind of cool. Also, the gravity here is very strange. Get rid of that for a second. I just want to get up here and see what they have to say. Swimming with the shell is a ton of fun. What do you guys say? Got a breath, grab a bubble or some air, grab some coins. Okay. Or a red shell and a zero enemy, just like in Mario Kart. There's also torpedo Teds down here. Okay, there's one. Forget how many there are here. And I think I remember in Chucker Conroy's Super Luigi Galaxy playthrough, he actually got pushed through the level and clipped inside it. I forget how he did that. Oh my god, it's frickin' Hisui and Quillfish! Ah! Man, so many Pokemon references. Oh, I'm almost out of air, shit. And I'm better. I got better. Ah, man, I missed. Oh, I missed. Yeah, like I said before, Luigi loses a ton of air underwater compared to Mario. I do like this music, it's very calming and alien. Okay, where is he at? There he is. Ah, guess the red shells would be better. There are plenty around here after all. Shit. There we go. That's all you have to do. God, these torpedo Ted noises are really annoying. I wish it was like muffled, like it was like underwater, like yeah. Oh, Toad, what you got? Oh, from Luigi again. Oh. It's time for the second green star. Spoilers. So we have to go back to Battle Rock Galaxy. Ow. Alright, back in the bathroom. Alright. Gotta go find Luigi. He's at the very end of the level. So we have to go through it all. Break through it all, like Sonic Frontiers. I love this music. Very militant. Oh. Gravity's weird. Screw gravity. I was thought I almost didn't need it there for a second. Alright, we're moving. Ow! I didn't realize I was going down there. Oh god. No, I need that coin. Well, there's plenty of other coins. More star bits. I just like the mechanic of pointing at the screen and collecting them. Like I don't think I've ever like I don't think as a kid I haven't picked them up normally since then. I just usually point at them and pick them up. But it just gives you something to do while, you know, stuff like this is going on. Or other things too. It just gives you incentive to just point at the screen and just move it around, you know? Alright, Luigi's on the bottom. Can I get this without? Nope. Oh, whoa. Okay, the bullet bills are gonna be weird. Come on, bullet bill. Follow me. There we go. Hey, twin brother. Oh, Rosalina found this one. You simp. Power Star is mine. No, it is mine. Well, actually, no, you're right, because it is yours, because I'm you, and... I don't know. Luigi under the saucer. Alright, time to move on to the bedroom. Can I make it from over here? Yes, I can. Sweet. Hang on, there's a red guy up there. I've got a secret, but I'm not telling. Secret, secret. I've got a secret. Mr. Roboto. Enemy base spotted. Based on what? Also the bedroom. Here we go. Oh, I wish I was in Rosalina's. Oh my god, I'm in Rosalina's bedroom, yay. No, I was like, no. Let's start with... Simple Honey Climb Galaxy. Scaling the sticky wall. Yeah, this galaxy's pretty easy. Also, you can get a lot of star bits here, so that's also good. There's just more B power up. Again, they use the B power up here a lot, but they barely use the Boo Mushroom, or at least they don't use it in any more creative ways than what it was already presented with. So I'm like, wish they did more with it because it's such a cool transformation. Gravity can be a bit weird since you're like sticking to a wall but also not at the same time. Yeah, look at all the star bits. Holy shit. Probably another galaxy to really grind star bits in. See me. God. Like, even more star bits. God damn, man. Now we have meteors. Too many meteors. For some reason, I swore that you climbed around on the honey faster than you did here. It feels a bit awkward to control. Oh. We're already at 173. Now we're at 200 probably. Yep. I don't know why, I think the NES version of this song will always be my favorite. It just feels so, you know, chiptune. For lack of a better word. No, climb the wall! There we go. And there is your star. I wish you kept the outfit that you had on when you get a star. Alright, yeah, we're almost back to what we started with here. Alright, what should we do first? Guess this one. We'll go in order. Gusty Go! Well, hey! Fan favorite level. Can't say no to that. Some of the best music in a Mario game. Bunnies in the wind. Dust in the wind. All we are bunnies in the wind. Such a good song. Overrated, maybe, but it's still pretty good. Also, plenty of star bits to get. I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna get down during red. Get down! Oh no. These things are pretty cool. Some rocky wrenches. More Mario 3 enemies. What's in here? Oh, starbits. Yay! You're in a floating sphere in dark matter. It looks so cool. Chomp. Bite, you die. These things can be a bit unwieldy, so just be careful how you go. Gotta chase this guy. There we go. More star bits. Hey. Yeah, but I don't feel with just getting as much as you can during the levels. I feel like there's no need to grind. Oh. Oh, this is how you get that. Get rid of him here. Pokey! It's a beautiful song. I run the cube. The game cube. I turned off the... Why did you stop playing that wonderful music? Alright, chasing bunny. Go through a wall, you cheater. I know I could shoot starbits at him, but I'm gonna see how I can do it on my own. Oh, there we go. Not Luigi's kind of a little faster than Mario, so it's a bit easier to get the bunnies. Oh. Still got that light around him, that's kind of weird. Alright, save the game. Alright, back to Gusty Garden. I think this dome has the most, like, normal, like, 3-star plus galaxies in the game. 30 tricks of major burrows. Whoa, hello.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
You're back. It's so weird because, like, it's so weird because, like, you just suddenly come back and I was like, I was waiting on, like, the Discord noise to pop up, but I was like, oh, you were just muted, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, how you doing? How's it going?
We're good. We are in, well, we finished the kitchen, and now we're in the bedroom doing Gusty Garden Galaxy, everyone's favorite song.
I think that for me, the bedroom is where the game really, like, starts to pick up.
Yeah.
The kitchen I kind of still find a little bit on the boring side for the most part.
I like Ghostly Galaxy and Beach Bowl's fine, you know. And Buoy Base is probably one of my favorite levels, so. But, you know, it's everyone's favorite song, though, now, so everyone's happy. It's a tad overrated of a song, but I still love it. What do you think of Gusty Garden Galaxy?
It's definitely, like, very iconic of what Mario Galaxy is.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this comes to mind way more than, you know, like, Good Egg Galaxy, for example.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But Good Egg Galaxy's still, like, really good. For lack of a better word. Also, it's funny how they reused it in Mario 3D World.
Some of the stuff in Gusty Garden appears in the ending, I think.
That's right. I missed the thing. Okay, that's fine. Am I gonna make it? I think I'll just barely make it. Yep. No! I died. Oops.
It happens. Yeah, I'll still be intermittently leaving and stuff because while I finish eating dinner, my sister's dinner is different because she didn't love tacos.
Oh, okay. Come on, get that. Okay. There we go. Look at all those starbits. Alright, now we made it for sure. Now we got the not Monty moles. They're like, well, there's Rocky Wrenches in this game, and these guys are like close relatives to them. Rocky Wrenches have been in since Mario 3.
One of the things about Mario Galaxy that bothered me back when I first played it was going from Mario Sunshine to Mario Galaxy. Like, there was a pretty massive downgrade in terms of the freedom of movement.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Mario Sunshine controls beautifully. in terms of like moving Mario around with this control stick. Here it's a bit more
it's
confined.
It's a little bit more scripted, everything kind of feels, I guess.
Yeah.
Like when you hold up on the analog stick, I feel like it's not like it's like Mario has like 2 or 3 speeds, you know, and like depending on what range your stick is in, it decides that, you know what I mean? Whereas in Mario Sunshine, it's just like a full 100% range of motion. And to be honest with you, that's kind of one of the things that they did improve this quite a bit with Mario Odyssey, but it's still never been quite as solid.
Yeah.
As it was in Mario Sunshine, I find. And, I kind of like to know why that is, actually.
I don't know either. I just feel like the GameCube controller is just special in the way games were designed for it.
Well, I mean, the Switch Pro controller. I mean, maybe with the Joy-Con, I guess they have a pretty limited range in terms of like what's actually available for them to like try to take advantage of. But like,
I mean, this is the Wii.
About,
It is on the Wii, like with the Wii.
I don't see why. Yeah, the nunchuck has like more than enough range, you know.
Also, here's another SpongeBob reference from here. Greetings from Apple World. That was from when SpongeBob and Patrick were trying to take care of the baby scallop. They were being mom and dad. I don't know why I remember that one there. That's a cool detail. You can actually hear him chomping on the apple.
I was thinking about this earlier while I was in the other room listening in. What do you think Professor Egad would think of the Boo mushroom?
He would probably be horrified. Well, actually, no. He'd probably like it because he's into those weird things.
Yeah.
That's a power-up mushroom. Oh. Starbits.
You know, I haven't played Bowser's Fury yet, actually.
Really? I think you should. I think it's really good.
I have. I don't actually have the game, but my sister does. So I could just borrow it from her again.
Also, I like how like it's for some reason it's very subtle about its Mario Sunshine. Well, I mean it's not very subtle, but also it is at the same time about the Mario Sunshine references in that game.
They didn't go 100% in on it, is what
right? Yeah. I feel like they're teasing us too because they know people want some sort of sequel to Mario Sunshine or like something in the style of it.
My only concern with it is that I don't think Nintendo is actually going to be able to do Mario Sunshine 2 justice.
I don't think so.
Like they just the way that they've changed how they make games, you know.
That and I feel like it's Mario Sunshine's too divisive on the internet right now too. Oh no, it's too far away.
I don't know about that. I just think that I just don't think they'd be able to do it justice, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that, there's like a certain purity of like mechanical like control that game has, and I feel like unless they can capture that again.
Unless you're able to use the GameCube controller, maybe.
I mean, I don't know about that. I think that any stick can do it. I mean, I played Mario Sunshine on other controllers, and it's fine. It's really just they need to get the control right, I guess. Yeah. And they just haven't really done that since. Not that there's anything wrong with Mario Galaxy, mind you. It's just not as responsive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's something
like everything feels slower.
There's something more fluid about the Mario Sunshine controls.
It's like Mario Sunshine feels like quick, snappy, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas Mario Galaxy kind of just feels like all your controls are going through like a tunnel of molasses sometimes.
Yeah,
and but it's not
but also not as hyperbolic as that though. But I know what you mean.
Well, yeah, it's like it feels slower, and it's super obvious if you go from playing one game to the other. Like it's kind of like insane how much of a difference it is. And that's one of the things that's always bothered me about Mario Galaxy. It's not something that I couldn't get over and still enjoy the game a lot, obviously.
Yeah, it's still masterclass in the game.
Yeah, it's just it feels like a masterclass in a very different kind of way.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily a good or a bad thing, but it's It's certainly not necessary. It's something that I feel like few games get. Another game that kind of got that mechanical thing pretty close to right was A Hat in Time. I don't know if you've played that.
Yeah, I've seen that. I have not played it yet.
Yeah, it's got. It's like that game kind of strikes like a much better middle ground compared to Galaxy here, in terms of offering that kind of mechanical fidelity. I guess.
No, I missed that. Oh, okay, we'll have to come back to that later because that. If you get all those, you can get a secret star because you'll get an invincibility star. Anyway. Ow.
I like when that happens.
What?
When you grab the end of the thing and it pulls out with you.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's how the vines in Mario Bros should work. I mean, it kind of does work like that, like in 3 and World and stuff. Yeah, there's the golden chain chomp.
Normally you'd get the star and pop that guy. But...
Also, golden chain chomp flashbacks to Mario Galaxy 2 with that one level. That one used to be really hard, but now it's kind of easy. The chomp works one.
Part of my problem also, I feel like, part of the reason that this is a thing for me, by the way, is that I feel like I've just grown up playing so many 3D platformers that most of them, like take Mario Odyssey, for example. That game is easy.
It is easy.
Really easy, and I feel like that's disappointing, you know?
Yeah.
I want a 3D platformer with like a real challenge in it, and I feel like A Hat in Time offered a pretty good challenge most of the time. There's still like a lot of easy parts in that game, but that's okay. It's not really. It's more just like I want to feel accomplished, you know?
Yeah, it's like it doesn't have to be consistently challenging all the way through. It's just like have it there when it needs to be.
Right. And that game also did pretty dang good boss fights.
Yeah, that's one thing 3D Mario games haven't really got right is boss fights. But it's usually there's some good ones here and there, but I think Boulder Geist is pretty fun. We just did that one too.
Yeah, okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Alright, time for Crazy Gadget Zone. Ow. This is the Crazy Gadget from Sonic Adventure 2. It's weird that there's a power stream here when there's no boss. Up. Ow. Ow. Ah. So many cannons. Ouch. Ouch. Here we go. First main 3 stars of the galaxy complete. Honestly, if things go right, we could probably beat the bedroom this part, so. Oh, there's the Daredevil comment for Major Burrows. It's kind of funny because when I was going into this section of the game here, I kind of forgot Gusty Garden Galaxy was an actual galaxy. It's like, how could I forget? The music precedes its actual level. Do not touch the bunny, or you will be punished. Also, he has a blue shell helmet. Also, this guy's got like Donkey Kong Jungle Beat texture written all over him too. Oh! Yes, I got him stuck on something. No! No! Oh, I barely got him! Oh my god, he was just about to go back into his other phase. Boing boing. Yay. Hello.
I missed.
You're back. We just did Gusty Garden Galaxy. There's one more star to get.
Oh man. The most overrated track in the entire
We were already talking about that, but I still like it.
I still like it too, but like I don't think it's the best Super Mario Galaxy song.
Which one is your favorite?
Would you believe me if I told you that I liked what was the first galaxy called
The
again?
Good Egg Galaxy?
Yeah, Good Egg Galaxy.
I like that one a lot too.
I also like Honeycomb, what was it?
Honey Hive?
Honey Hive Galaxy 2, yeah. If only because of the memes. It's hip to fuck bees. Ba-da-da-bum-bum-bum.
Ah. Okay. Get
Now
back here.
people associate this theme with Rosalina.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's like synonymous with Mario Galaxy.
Thanks, Smash 4.
Well, Mario 3D World did it too. Did before Smash 4, actually.
Well, didn't the trailer for Rosalina come out in like 2013?
It did, but
Like
3D World came out like a month before that.
Ah. I remember when everyone thought that, like, Waluigi would get in.
You thought?
You thought. God, something about Smash 4 speculation I just miss.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know, and that's all. Oh my god, almost 10 years now.
Yes. It's 10 years since the reveal.
Oh my god. I was in middle school during that time.
I was starting my first year of high school.
Yeah, that would have been me starting 8th grade.
Wow.
I'm a year younger than you, brother.
I know. It's funny.
Just... Ah, man. I
Alright.
wanted a Wii U just for Smash.
So did I. Well, I mean, I had a Wii U at that point.
Yeah. Was 2013? No,
2012.
2013 was when I... No, that was a full year before I discovered what Xenoblade was.
Yeah.
And then my life was ruined forever.
Alright, Gusty Garden Galaxy is finished for now. We're at 50 stars, and now we're going to Freeze Flame Galaxy. One of my favorite galaxies in the game, actually.
That's a pretty good one. God, Xenoblade. That game ruined my life.
It's fire and ice.
What do you get when you mix fire and ice?
Evaporation.
Something Sonic Boom.
Yep. Sonic Boom, fire and ice, yeah. Hey, do you like penguins?
Penguins!
Penguin, 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 penguin.
Good Lord Almighty, why are we referencing that?
Because I chose to reference it.
That Abridged Arc was like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Not bad, old man. Who are you calling old?
Oh god, brother. A lot of things that I vividly remember are turning 10 this year.
I know.
The Mega Man reveal trailer for Smash 4.
All the 2013 things are now 10 years old.
God.
Also, I like this song.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh my god, 10 years of Bane.
If I take that off you, will you die? It would be extreme. Hang on. Oh, damn it, I don't have a cup. It would be extremely painful. You're a big guy. For you.
Ah! No, don't fall into the water. It's extremely cold.
Well, I mean, it is a freezing galaxy, so...
Yeah. We're at 68 lives.
Can you ground pound that?
Can you ground pound the block? I don't think so. I think I've tried to, but I can test it out.
Let's experiment. Let's all agree to never be creative again.
Is that... Don't hold me, I'm scared. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
What's your favorite idea?
Now I'm frozen. I was frozen today.
I was frozen today! Why did we go to the same...
Because...
this is
again, we spend way too much time on the internet.
This is what happens when you have internet brain rot.
I guess I need the ice flower. I thought I could do it without it, but...
Oh, you don't take fall damage in this game?
No, actually.
Okay, good. Did you take fall damage in Sunshine?
Yes.
What the hell? Who would
Their fall damage in 64.
Who would put fall damage in a platformer?
Super Mario 64.
Okay, true, but like... I watched someone struggle in this galaxy.
Really?
Yeah.
This is really weird, but it's like, this boss reminds me of like, it's like a King Glalie or something.
Mega Glalie.
No, this doesn't look anything like Mega Glalie.
Yeah, who uses that stupid Pokemon? I'm just kidding.
I do. I love Glalie. It sucks, but I like it.
Use Frostlass instead.
Frostlass isn't that much better, honestly. It's just fast. That's all it is. Doesn't have any kind of special attack to back it up.
Gosh darn it.
Like Glalie's stats are all base 80. Like, every single stat is base 80. Frostlass has... What?
For some reason, I thought that Glalie was supposed to be like a wall.
No, it is not. It is average in every stat.
Brother, what?
Yeah. It's not a very good Pokemon, and I thought it was a better Pokemon when I was a kid, but it's not. And then Frostlass is a bit weird. Frostlass has, Frostlass has base 80 in HP, attack, and special attack. Has base 70 in both defenses, and then base 110 speed.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, so it's not even that powerful, it just is really fast.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's still better than, my argument is fumbling here.
Yeah.
I better concede defeat before I look like a jackass.
I mean, it has a better defensive typing just because it's Ghost, but it still lends itself to a lot of weaknesses being part Ice as well.
Yeah. And Ice types, as we know, are lol.
It's at least resistant to... At least it's immune to fighting types, which is an Ice type weakness, so... Kind of covers that a bit.
Even in Gen 9, Ice types are just kind of Omega lol.
No, they're better than they ever were, honestly.
I mean, no, one of the most busted Pokemon right now is part Ice type.
Is it, Chen Pao?
And,
it's a type...
Future Delibird.
Oh, yeah. That's I think that one's good because of its same set. We've seen water ice types before. And that's a water ice type, and it just has insane stats. I think that's what's keeping it alive.
They turned Delibird and made it into the Terminator.
Yeah.
Good Lord Almighty, what timeline are we in?
Starbits.
Don't even get me started on Fluttermane and Screamtail.
Yeah. The Screamtail isn't that good, but Fluttermane's really good.
Fluttermane literally banned to Ubers.
Within the first 3 days.
Man, Game Freak really just said, let's make them all busted in Gen 9.
Ever since they made Mega Rayquaza, they have not stopped.
I mean, Houndstone got banned pretty quickly.
Annihilate just got banned too.
Who got banned?
Annihilate?
Oh yeah, that's right, because of its stupid
Rage Fist
move.
has the same it's kind of like the same thing as Last Respects.
You just take if Annihilate can just tank 2 hits, then it's over.
Almost, yeah. And it's part fighting type, so it's part fighting type, so even if a normal type switches in, it just go boop, close combat.
And then you got Cyclizar, who also got banned.
Yeah, because Shed Tail and Regenerator.
God.
Why did they give it Regenerator?
What does Regenerator do?
It restores 33% of your max health when you switch out.
Oh my god. What?
Also, I
what?
can skip. Yes. Oh yeah, this has been a thing since Gen 5.
Oh my god.
Slowbro and Slowking have it. Tangrowth has it. It's really damn good ability.
Why would you do this, Game Freak?
I don't know why they would do that either. Also, I'm gonna skip this part of the level.
What?
It's right there. It's like not even that hard. You don't even need the Fire Flower for that.
Yeah, but like, I feel like new generations and broken Pokemon just go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, pretty much. Ever since Mega Rayquaza.
Ah, good lord. Well, we don't talk about the man who got banned from the ban list.
Yep. Fire Luigi. Fireballs,
Tears?
yum.
Tears? You mean
yeah.
tears?
Fire yum balls.
What's that from?
It's from Super Mario World cartoon YouTube poop.
I never saw that.
It's bad.
See, when I think of YouTube poops, the first thing that comes to my mind is the King's Unreasonable Demands.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you seen? I mean, you've seen Mama Luigi from the Mario World cartoon, though, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I mean that's what those Mario World stuff is from.
Once you've scrubbed all the floors in Hyrule, then once you've scrubbed all the floors in Gamelon, and once you've scrubbed all
you should buy me dinner.
Then you should buy some pizza. Then you should save me 4 pieces of pizza. Then once you've rubbed oil on my pee.
Oh my god. As far as we'll go with that.
That YouTube poop still lives rent free in my head.
Yeah. Have you seen the King gets a car? Have you seen the King gets a car?
No.
That's one of my favorite ones. The editing in that one is very good.
There's also Final Fantasy Tactics 2 trailer.
Oh yeah.
You've seen that one?
I think so.
I gotta post this.
And I think there's also Final Spaghetti, which is a YouTube poop Final Fantasy thing. It was really good.
This one's too good.
Star.
Build and train and build and train and build and build and train.
Hello.
I was in the kitchen listening to your Pokemon conversation. All I could think was nerd.
Nerd. Sorry,
nerd.
I am a nerd.
Look, when you've dabbled in competitive Pokemon as much as we have, you just learn some things.
And it's just funny how overpowered or underpowered certain Pokemon are.
And like, I swear, once you get, if you dive into like competitive Pokemon or just Pokemon in general, a part of your brain just develops specifically for Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know.
So this is kind of cool. They made an original area for this race here.
Shadow Luigi.
Yes.
Shadow Mario and well, I guess Cosmic Clone Mario and Cosmic Clone Luigi are nowhere near as cool as Shadow Mario was.
Well, you'll see in Bowser's Fury what a Shadow Luigi would look like. Spoiler. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not that big of a spoiler, but It's cool. But yeah, just play Bowser's Fury and you'll see what I mean. There we go. Not a bad race. Ice, the ice skating makes it a bit easier. I do like how in this race, when you beat them in the races, they just look dejected when you get the star.
Right.
Have you seen them when you lose to them, and they just sit on the star and then you die?
Yeah. That's pretty
I just love it in this game when you fail a mission and like you don't like fall into the ends, but you just sit there and die.
You die of embarrassment.
Yeah. Die of mission failure.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Hot and cold collide. When worlds collide, you'll laugh so hard, you'll swear you'll die. When worlds collide. Hold my hand, I'll be your guide. When worlds collide, oh my god. Shout out to SpongeBob again. This is really cool. Ow! Oh, I didn't see that.
Good Lord Almighty. What have I done?
Okay. Alright, onto this, like, weird-looking planet.
What the hell is this?
It's a planet where hot and cold collide. One half is cold, one half is hot.
What the hell is this? I'm just kidding.
What the hell is this? Kind of funny that Dante didn't get in the Smash either.
Brother, don't remind me.
I know. Dude, when I see former MVC characters on the you know, potential characters list, I just tremble in fear because we already have a freaking Kazuya now. Do you really want an MVC character tearing up Smash Bros?
I think Phoenix Wright would be funny.
Probably.
Oh yeah, and Smash 4 Bayonet. Yeah. Keep Dante away.
Yeah.
I love Devil May Cry, but good lord, keep him.
I mean,
keep him away.
just look at Marvel vs. Capcom 3 just to get an idea.
There's an entire.
Really wanted what was it, Doom Guy?
Yeah, Doom Guy. I mean, to be fair.
How do you even do Doom Guy? He dismembers his enemies.
I mean, he does have a pretty good selection of weapons that don't, you know, that aren't realistic guns.
Ow. Ah.
I mean, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how they would have did it.
I don't think so. I don't know how they do it either.
I mean, without
especially when most of the game is first person too.
Not that everybody doesn't know what Doom Guy looks like.
Yeah.
On the bottom of the screen.
I mean but it's just the attacks would look weird. Probably. I don't know.
Weird and janky.
I don't know how they would translate that to 2D. Ow.
I mean, he would. I guess it could have been like a half gunner, half swordsman. Because he does have the the sword in Eternal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have yet to play Doom Eternal because I'm afraid that game will just melt my PC.
Oh, it's not that hard to run.
And also you can get the Switch version too, which is a very good version.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. They somehow got Doom running on Switch.
And it's really good. It's a really good version.
Yeah, it's a very solid port, apparently.
Also, ice on lava. How is this possible?
I read that that Scott Pilgrim PC port is horrendous.
I've
heard. The Steam version?
Yeah, it's apparently horrendous.
How?
Has the Nouveau anti-tamper. Has no built-in controller support somehow.
Brother, what?
That's like this is so sad.
Because it doesn't have controller support.
It was better on Epic Game Store. What the hell? That's not possible.
There's not like an easy way to do remote play with friends because it doesn't have controller support.
Damn it, that's what I wanted to do!
What the fuck? God damn it, Ubisoft.
So they've actually managed to like destroy it somehow.
Wait, Ubisoft's the one who
Publishes the
Well, I
game.
mean, Ubisoft. Let's be real here. I feel like everybody. Well, I mean, nobody's gonna forgive them for harboring serial harassers in their employment ranks.
exactly.
I'm not gonna let anyone forget that ever.
Hell, I almost soft blocked the final boss in Mario and Rabbids last night, and I barely got out of it.
I'm just saying, the unholy trinity of Ubisoft, EA, and Blizzard.
Yeah. Anyway, the other reviews are absolutely obliterating it. Apparently,
I know.
Like,
They need to patch it immediately.
Knowing Ubisoft, they won't.
Probably not, which is sad. It's like, damn it! It's like I deleted my Epic Game Store version of that because like I don't want to play on Epic Game Store.
Oh, looks like you're going back.
I have the Switch version at least, but the online on there is not very good either.
Oh yeah, and you still need an Ubisoft account.
At least I can play through the game, but
me and you should give that a shot, Proto, and see if it works. Because it may just be internet dependent. And
I know. We'll see. We'll see.
Because I think you have pretty good internet. You have to have like streams like this. So
yeah, I have my Switch wired to Ethernet.
Yeah, and I have very good quality of service Wi-Fi in my house. So
I want to try out. I want to try out that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, I want to play Shredder's Revenge as well.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Anybody want to play Streets of Rage 4?
I've not played Streets of Rage 4. I've not even played Streets of Rage 2.
I have not played Streets of Rage.
Oh, that's a really good. Apparently, my buddy who's like super into these kind of games, said it's basically the Sonic Mania of Streets of Rage.
Oh, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard too. Because Streets of Rage 2 was a long time ago, and people. I mean, Streets of Rage 3 I heard was really good too, but.
See, whenever I think of beat 'em ups, my mind goes to Final Fight.
My mind usually goes to Streets of Rage, really.
I need to play 2. Maybe I'll play that on stream this year. Who knows?
I will admit it is because I am a bit of a Capcom shill, and I do like Hagar, Guy, and Cody.
Alright, now we're climbing the mountain like ice climbers. Ice climber!
And I know we're never gonna get another Final Fight game because the last one tanked.
Yeah. When was the last one even?
I think. Let me look that up. And now they're all relegated to
the MVC.
to cameos in Street Fighter.
In Street Fighter, yeah. Man, that was close. Almost died there.
That was a clutch save.
Yeah. This is freaking ice keys here.
Keys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I used to think for the longest time that these are the same models as the keys from Wind Waker, but no, they're different.
Yep. Final Fight Streetwise 2006, and then
2006.
another game was never made.
Oh my god.
Oh, that might be it for you.
Yeah.
What was 2006 just a cursed year or something?
I mean, can't remember. The Wii came out that year.
Okay, then it was cursed. I'm just kidding.
It's cursed because newbie gamers got into it.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't all bad. Elder Scrolls 4, Final Fantasy 12, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, Okami.
Twilight Princess is so good, man.
I keep seeing I see a resurgence of that game popularity coming back now, and I have no idea why. Like, I know it's a good game, I like it. I just think it's my least favorite Zelda game to like replay, or just like it doesn't stick with me like the other games had.
Oh, Gears of War was also
for me the worst one to replay is definitely Skyward Sword. I played through that once and I could not get through it the second time I tried.
Yeah, Skyward Sword's probably harder to replay, but I feel like I remember more about Skyward Sword than, or just not. It's just things that stick more to my head than Twilight Princess does. But it's probably because
I mean,
the
Zelda's
one I played
really
the least.
Cute in Skyward Sword. That's about all I remember about it, honestly.
I mean, I remember a lot more things from Skyward Sword, like Roos and stuff like that, and some of the bosses and like the dungeons in Skyward Sword are great. So.
Wait, Elite Beat Agents was 2006?
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's a good game, by the way.
Osu.
Brother, no! Do you know what you're doing?
Just play Osu.
Oh, Metroid Prime Hunters was also 2000. Yeah.
I need to play that because I used to play that at a neighbor's house, but I never knew what it was, and like
You only played
for the multiplayer, which is now defunct.
Yeah.
Which is weird that a DS game had good
When did Sonic Rush Adventure come out?
I think that was 2007.
It's 2007. Yeah, you're right.
I
think it was around that time. That was a good game.
I haven't played that one.
Rush Adventure is one of those ones that like nobody ever talks about it, but it has like a lot going on that's like really good.
I think Rush Adventure's problem is that it has a lot of padding and filler.
The only thing I didn't like was like when they force you to replay stages to get like materials. But aside from that, like that's,
I don't
like,
get why they do that.
Thing. But I don't know. I actually think that the Sonic Rush gameplay formula was good enough that it's like not really a problem.
Now we're in Dusty Dune Galaxy. I actually like this galaxy. People say it's probably one of the more boring galaxies in the game. There's a lot to do.
Galaxy.
I like it too. There's a lot to do here too, so.
It's fine enough.
Some of the levels might go on for a little long, but that's just it. Also, there's Dry Bones. I love Dry Bones.
Ah, there's your channel mascot.
Should I make?
I like the goofy super tornado spin.
I know, it's so
weird.
weird.
Oh my god, this is so beautiful.
Helicopter hands.
Dude, your body has now been like displaced and dismembered.
Oh hey, you know what else was 2006? Half-Life 2 Episode 1.
Episode 1?
Game that is never.
I thought it was Episode 2.
No, Episode 1 came out 2006.
When Episode 2 come out?
2007.
Oh, okay.
And it is never getting a sequel because LOL Valve.
This is so freaking weird. The tornado thing.
They did tease something at the end of Alex.
I'm sure they did.
But I don't know what.
Oh, hi, Goomba.
I know. And even if they are making Half-Life 3, it's probably going to take forever to come out because you know how much of a perfectionist that team is.
Well, will come out first, GTA 6 or Half-Life 3?
GTA 6.
GTA 6 probably, but in fairness, I feel like GTA 6 is probably going to suck.
It's going to be hard to follow up 5 and like all the stuff 5 still has going on.
I've said it millions of times before. Valve will only
I
make
don't think
GTA
Rockstar
6.
is really interested in making good games anymore. That's kind of my real issue with it. Like,
even like
I feel
Red Dead
they're
2?
really just. I mean, Red Dead 2 is okay, but like, it doesn't seem like they quite have the passion they used to. You know what I mean?
It's like the only thing they do is update GTA 5 all the time now, and they haven't done anything else.
I'm telling you,
right.
They are only going to release GTA 6 when GTA Online stops making them money.
And that will probably not happen. It might as well. It's just an MMO now. It's not gonna. You're gonna have to like move on from it, but also still support it. You know, it's gonna.
You know
be
what
like,
really sucks is Vice City is my favorite Grand Theft Auto game, and you'd think I'd be super excited.
I want to play Vice City
for 6, but because 6 takes place in Vice City, right?
I heard. Is it taking place in Vice City? I thought it was Liberty City.
Nope, Vice City.
Okay.
It was all the yeah. It's there was a whole bunch of leaks, remember? Because the
oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, because Rockstar is. You think Rockstar's listening in right now?
I don't know. I don't know anything about the leak.
Come at me, Rockstar. I'll talk about your GTA 6 leak. I don't give a shit.
I want to play more GTA Online with people. Honestly, I just haven't.
I mean, I have the game. I have GTA Online. We can
play that.
Session.
Well, I don't think I can stream it. Is the thing because I don't. But
I just find it a I've played it. I just find it a miserable experience.
Yeah, because you got to level up to have fun.
Yeah, it is.
The campaign of GTA 5 seems pretty good from what I played of it, but I don't know, man. Something about GTA changed when they switched over from the from 4 to 5. Something about it is just different.
Well, it's because they haven't updated the game.
And
they haven't done a new game for 10 years, so that's probably why.
I'll be real. I think GTA 4 is my personal favorite, just because of how dark that story is, just how different it is. Because most GTA stories, you know, they're goofy, lighthearted fun.
I just like Vice City because it's basically just like Scarface turned into
Scarface.
Yeah, that and I love the soundtrack for Vice City too.
too, man. It's got such a good selection.
Just the 80s style is just so good.
Wasn't Vice City about?
How do you guys feel about Saints Row?
I've not played Saints Row, but I've seen some really funny videos of it.
I want to check it out someday.
Okay,
I mean, you can beat people up with dildos in that game, so of course it's gonna be funny.
Well, yes, that is true, I guess. I like Saints Row a lot, but I have a very hot take. I think that people that don't like 4 are people who hate fun.
Saints Row 4?
Yeah.
What's wrong with 4?
It's just like this. It like went way over the top with like science fiction silliness, you know. Like I think like Half-Life, it's like the whole game takes place in like this alien simulation or something, and Earth gets blown up in the real world or something, and it's just like it's super over the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the people who hate Saints Row, and it's got like superhero mechanics and stuff in it. Like,
I think I've seen that. Yeah, I've definitely seen that one.
And, like a whole bunch of weird, crazy. It's just fun. It's a fun game. It's got a lot of fun stuff in it. Sure, it's like glitchy as hell, but like.
Well, open world game with those kind of mechanics is, you know.
Yeah, it
sounds great.
Yeah, it's a blast. It really is. It's also extremely cheap. Like it goes on sale for like basically nothing all the time. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it like about a year back or so, it went on sale on the Switch, the Switch port of it, for I think $1.25 or something.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah, I know. It was like maybe it might have been like $2.25 or something. But either way, like sub $5 for a like what was a AAA open world like action game. Like yeah, you know, great.
But you know, I was gonna ask, was Vice City a part of that shitty GTA Definitive Edition?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Oh god.
How
much did that hurt you?
That way.
How much did it hurt you, cheat freak?
That collection in general is just a disgrace. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
It's terrible.
But it does not surprise me at all that they did that. Like, not even
have they even fixed it?
No,
Not
they
really.
haven't. No, not at all. It's impossible to fix. The only way to fix it is to throw the whole thing in the trash and do it again.
And I doubt Rockstar would do that, even though they do have the money.
Nope. Yeah, they wouldn't do it.
They don't have any respect for the pedigree they once held. You know.
Yeah.
And San Andreas is still a fun time, dude.
Yeah,
you can't get the originals on Steam anymore.
You can't even get them anymore, but I do have them, fortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, I still find PS2 copies.
Ultra kill. There you go. Sorry, I just killed like 5 pokers at once.
I still find PS2 copies of San Andreas in like old retro shops.
Honestly, the best way to play those games, there's this. I don't know how to describe it. Basically, there's this guy on Steam. I think his username used to be Qualcomm. I don't know what it is now, but he made a series of mods called mod like collection packs, kind of like what Better SADX did for Sonic Adventure, right?
Mm-hmm.
That basically like it adds all of the stuff that would make the games like significantly better, but without like ruining anything. I forget what it's called. I'll have to like link it in the group chat or something.
Okay.
Later. But basically, it's you just download these patches and apply them to the Steam versions of the old ports, and it makes them basically the best versions of the games that have like existed. It includes like the silent patch and like all the community made like fixes and stuff, and it really makes that trilogy like a lot better in general. It like fixes all the glitches and stuff and things like that. So it's very good.
But unfortunately, you can't get those old ports anymore because fucking Rockstar. Gosh.
Yeah, well, you know, you could just pirate them probably.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going into a pyramid, guys. Except it's not cool like the pyramid in Mario 64.
What's that old?
The 7 Cs are kind to those who search.
Yeah, just climb aboard. Wait. So come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams.
Is that One Piece?
Yes.
Yar har fiddly dee.
Insert 4Kids version here.
Ya-yo, ya-yo! Dream it, don't give it up, movie, dream it. Don't give it up solo, dreaming. Don't give it up,
Yeah,
Name.
when I think of pirate songs, I think of Yar Har Fiddly Dee.
Being a pirate is...
Yeah, you are a pirate.
Another banger from Lazy Town. Just like we are number one.
Why did Lazy Town go so hard on the music for no reason?
Because Robbie Rotten and Stefan Carl are amazing.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, that man. Bro, I was so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just glad he's immortalized in the best way possible.
Oh yeah. This meme
Did they
will
build
never
a
die.
statue of it? Did he
They might have.
build a
I don't think anybody has a bad thing to say about Stefan Carl.
I know.
There's not one bad mean word you can come up with.
Didn't they build like a statue of him in his hometown?
There might have been like a GoFundMe something, but I don't know if it was a thing.
Still, man, like, dude.
All right, this is the final green star of the game here. So we got all the green stars in one session here.
Woo!
The other green star besides yeah, I might do that at the end here. But the second green star we got was from Battle Rock Galaxy, where we had to go save the other Luigi from there.
Is it just me or are the green stars in this game kind of weird and out of place?
They are a bit weird.
Yeah.
Well, there's a red star in this game too.
I didn't talk about Rosalina much, but Rosalina is my favorite Mario character. Should be.
I'd say I agree too. I think she's better than Peach and Daisy. So
that's not a very uncommon opinion.
Yeah.
She's also my favorite player in Mario Kart because she is the heavyweight class, which is good. And
yeah, which is good for.
Get on my.
Yeah.
So
I
heard.
Stick her in any cart that's like for the heavyweight class and it works.
Yeah.
So.
So like I heard that they nerfed some stuff in the recent Booster Course update, where apparently some cart combinations have longer stun times after getting hit by items. Also, we have a letter from Luigi. Oh, he's in Honey Hive now.
I'm okay with any changes they want to make to balance in Mario Kart. It seems
when you're like, like how you're in the glider form, and like when you got hit by lightning, you would fall down, like the glider would stop. Well, now that doesn't do that anymore. If you get hit by lightning while you're in the glider form, the glider does not close.
Woo! Does this mess up replays, or is this only for multiplayer?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I'm betting because in Mario Kart 7, when they changed stuff, it only applied to the multiplayer.
I would assume so.
By the way, did you guys hear about that? How Mario Kart 7 got a patch?
I did.
What?
Well, there's
that was pretty weird. I know why it is. Too.
I know too. I know why too.
Yeah, somebody published an exploit recently that allows you to hack other people's consoles, or really just gives you kernel level exploit access to other people's consoles through a network exploit. So this means that somebody
It affects all Wii U games and 3DS games.
Yeah, anything that uses like Nintendo's proprietary like NintendoWare crap that they were using at the time. And a lot of the stuff hasn't even been patched on Wii U, so
yeah.
Fortunately, the same person who published this exploit also published on GitHub a Aroma plugin for the Wii U custom firmware Aroma that patches the exploits in the games, so that if you play online in Mario Kart 8 or Splatoon, you're not at risk of getting your console like bricked or something by some malicious actor. Because I'm sure somebody eventually will do something like that because people are assholes.
Yeah.
As if the Wii U wasn't fucked enough, you gotta worry now about people breaking your Wii U.
The only thing keeping the Wii U relevant is Xenoblade X.
Yes.
And even then...
Hey. Let's not discount Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
Oh yeah, true.
The only other first-party exclusive that still hasn't gotten a port.
I don't think it ever will get a port, to be honest.
It's kind of impossible, so...
Yeah. I mean...
I believe that was the last star Luigi can give you. I am beat. That's on the rest of the power stars. So, Shifu, I think I told this to Blue Hunter while you were away, but Luigi getting you the stars in this mode is like Obama giving himself the medal in like those memes.
Yep.
You know, there's just something. Was Xenoblade X so advanced that it would literally take forever to port it over to Switch?
I mean, there's
I
a
don't think
lot.
it's that. I feel like it's really just that some stuff about Xenoblade X probably they would like to rework it, kind of like what they did when they did.
Yeah, there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot they could rework with it, and like there's a lot of.
And then also there
was a lot of gamepad stuff with it, like a lot.
Well, yeah, but a lot of that stuff they could just implement into a pause screen.
I think they could too, but there was still a lot to go through.
And I'll admit, the only reason I want a Xenoblade X port or something is because I want to give the game a second chance.
I gave it so many chances, and it's just like I keep losing interest so many times, and I don't like to do that with it because I want to like it a lot, but I just can't get into it.
I'm one of those people that will commit to something and then continue, like, see it through even if it's terrible. Or if I'm having a bad experience, because I feel like if I'm having a bad experience, that's just like what it is. You know what I mean?
I was just overwhelmed with Xenoblade Chronicles X that I never got from any other Xenoblade game.
Yeah, I felt like I had to take like a college course if I wanted to truly understand Xenoblade X. But with Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3, it's just like well, I can understand most things there. Even if
well, you also don't. In fairness, you don't actually have to like fully understand Xenoblade 1, 2, or 3 to finish them.
Yeah.
You know?
Even though Xenoblade 2 has some pretty
Xenoblade,
tutorials.
I thought there was something like in Xenoblade X you had to like explore like 70% of the world to get to the ending. I can't remember if that's true or not.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, but like. Xenoblade 2's tutorials, yeah.
Yeah, I still think Xenoblade 2 is the worst to understand on like a mechanic level, but
when I get to it, I have a Wii U, so and I of course have X, so
yeah.
I'll get it to it eventually.
Me
when
too.
I do, I will buckle down and just commit to finishing it. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I feel like for Xenoblade 2, you kind of just have. If you don't understand the tutorials, well, buckle down and watch an NL video.
Yeah, just go on YouTube. There's so many other videos explaining how to do it way better.
I don't know. I played. I think I only started referencing like online stuff when I was like, oh yeah, I wonder how to do Bringer of Chaos mode in the time attack mode. You know. I was like, how do I do this? How do I do this this challenge battle mode on Bringer of Chaos difficulty? That's when I started looking at NL's like tier list. And I was like, oh, okay, I see. You really gotta like min-max.
Min-max, yeah.
Min-max. Everyone's favorite thing to do in JRPGs.
I might replay the main game of Xenoblade 2 on Bringer of Chaos difficulty at some point, but
I've been thinking for this year to just replay the Xenoblade trilogy.
Did you not do that? Did you not do that last year?
What?
Did you not do that last year?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
But I want to like. I want to, because it's been like 2 years since I played. It's been 2 years since I played Definitive Edition and 5 since I played 2. So I want to.
I will get back to playing. We were in the middle of playing 2 last summer. And I got fatigued from it, so I was like, I'm gonna come back to this next year, or like maybe later.
For me, I was playing. The reason I'm even like friends with Proto here is because I joined his stream while he was playing Xenoblade Definitive Edition.
That's right.
Because I was playing Xenoblade Definitive Edition at the time, and I just thought it would be interesting to see what other people are playing it. And
just happenstance, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, hey, well, here we are.
And right after that, I started Xenoblade 2, and then I went pretty much. I played the absolute shit out of Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, you did.
I put like 650 hours into that game.
The reason I'm hesitant to replay Xenoblade 2 is because I have a save file from my very first playthrough, and I have like over 300 hours in it.
Oh, just make a second Switch profile.
We'll keep all the DLC. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, great.
I guess I could do that, but you know.
I mean, the way I did it is I made a second one, and I was like, that's cool. But then I decided to go onto, I used like a VPN and made a Japanese Switch account. So I have a Japanese eShop account now, and that's my second profile. So at least then it's like, yeah, it's more than nothing, I guess.
I think I might just bite the bullet and start a new game.
If you have Switch Online, you can use cloud saves and then store your original save data on there and just have it not auto update when it's in sleep mode. So you can keep that other save file. That's what I do.
Personally, I would just go with a second profile myself. I think that's probably the most, the least irritating solution, probably.
Alright, another star.
But, yeah. And then, I don't know why they made Xenoblade 2 like that, where it's only one save file.
I know, because 1 and 3 have multiple save files, so that's weird. But I think it probably has something to do with the gacha system or something, but...
Yeah.
I think it was just plain the game was an early Switch game and they just
that too.
Do that.
Alright, it's time to get the 3rd star, and then we'll be halfway to the total count.
Oh, you're halfway there. I should
Squidward on a chair.
I should stop singing before Bon Jovi comes in with all his lawyers.
Ah, this is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite stars.
Actually. I do like this one.
I think I'm gonna head to bed right now because I got work tomorrow.
All right. Well, we'll see you later. All right. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to stop by and see what's going on.
All right. Well, hope to see you again soon.
Yep,
yeah.
See ya.
Going to sleep, brother.
I think it's really weird that this is. I think it's weird that this is one of my favorite.
I like this star too.
If you think about it, it's like the 3D version of an auto scroller.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like something about it's just like fun, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just good.
You get a lot of cool stuff in it and a lot of star bits. There's also a secret star here. I also like how in the Galaxy games the Koopas are on all fours, and they seem super pissed off about it.
But the dry bones aren't?
What's that?
Weird. The dry bones aren't
you know
on
what?
all
That's
fours.
right. Yeah, the dry bones are not on all fours, but
that's just well,
that's
a
the dead.
weird.
You have it better being dead than alive, I guess. So that's telling me.
They spent their whole lives learning how to be bipedal. Lovely.
It's cool that you can ground pound with the shell. That's really weird, though. Oh. Ow. Okay, let's get back up here. I think there's one on one of the sides here.
Yeah, that is so weird. Why do they walk on all four when they're Koopas, but when they're dry bones, they walk on 2 feet? That is what a strange, like, just a weird thing.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird seeing Koopas walk on all fours. Oh, that's bastard.
Yeah, what the heck? That's just. They should have just.
That's a weird inconsistency.
Weird. It's just weird. It looks wrong. Oh yes, the planet that everybody uses to when they have 99 lives, they come here and they see
they see the melons.
Watermelons.
Yeah.
It's a strange detail also.
It is. It very much is.
Of all the weird Easter eggs to put into this game, why that?
I don't even know. Same in Galaxy 2.
I just don't understand it.
Must be a Japanese thing, I think. At least that's my assumption.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty familiar with, like, the only thing I can think of about Japanese culture related to watermelons is like, oh yeah, they like to smash watermelons on the beach.
I know,
That's, like, a
yeah.
thing they do. But like, this has nothing to do with 99 lives. What?
But no, it's not. It's 9,999 star bits.
Right. Yeah. Whatever. You get the idea. It's like,
Yeah.
It's just weird. I don't quite get it either. It's pretty strange. There's something about just like the fact that like this whole stage is so committed to its like tower concept. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It like does one kind of tower, and then it's like, okay, here's a different kind of tower, and then it's like, you know, now that's like a tower where you're trying to not get crushed by sand. I don't know. It's just something about it's cool. You ever considered streaming the classic trilogy of Sonic games?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I think I streamed Sonic 1 back when Origins came out.
I will help you get the optimal ports of those at some point.
Yes.
For the streams.
Well, I have Sonic 3 Air, so you don't have to worry about that.
3 Air is fine. For
I have
1
mods
and 2,
for
you
3
want to be
Air.
running. Yeah, for 1 and 2, you want to do Sonic 1 Forever and Sonic 2 Absolute.
Okay.
And then for Sonic CD, I'll send you something because
yeah, you've done it.
The absolute state of CD right now is kind of a mess.
I do still own the original PC version of it, so
that's more than fine. I'll probably just send you something though anyway, because actually the mod that I made for CD is actually kind of it's in a weird place right now due to disagreements between the creators of the mods that my mod was based on, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like there's no public easy way to build the correct version of Sonic CD right now. At least in my opinion. Personally, at least that's my thoughts on it. I'll just have to send. I still have the build of it correctly put together though, sitting around, so I'll just be able to send it to you.
Okay. This is probably one of my least favorite levels in the game, where you have to replay that second star there with a time limit, but nothing's really changed about it. That's why I don't like the speedrun. I like it better in Galaxy 2, where you actually have like those clocks you have to pick up to keep the time going. At least it's more interesting.
Right.
Here we're just replaying the same old level again. Oh, multi-kill.
It's just the same old star with a slightly
with a time limit.
Slightly frantic music the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes, this is very frantic gameplay. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Oh yeah, almost dying. That's pretty frantic to me.
Yep. This does seem like a bad choice for a speedrun stage. Honestly.
Yeah, I feel like they couldn't figure out what to put in here. So there's no star there anymore.
No, it's funny to me. People always shit on Mario Sunshine for like the blue coins being just effectively padding, but like, what is this?
Yeah, this is padding too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, and I feel like the blue coins are actually like smart padding.
That's why I think the prankster comments are better in Galaxy 2, because they actually have variation.
Right, I agree. Too bad Galaxy 2 doesn't have Rosalina all the time, which is...
I know, it sucks, but at least you can have her on your ship when you 100% it.
Yeah, but then you have no reason to play the game anymore.
I know.
What are you gonna do? Not that Galaxy 2 doesn't have padding too. I mean, let's talk.
Oh no, it does. I mean, the green stars obviously, and
the green stars, yeah,
the things. But at least the prankster comments are different for each level. I wish I could long jump all the way over there, but I can't.
Trust me, I've tried. You can't.
Yeah. And also, I believe there's no checkpoints in these.
Yeah, so if you die, you have to start all over.
Yes. So. Yeah.
I don't think that these are the most egregious of the things that are like padding, in my opinion. I think that the most egregious is probably the Daredevil things, where it's just like, oh well, yeah, beat the boss, but it again.
Well, the Bouldergeist one was actually challenging though, which I'll give it that.
I feel like that's the only one that's actually any difficulty. The rest of them are just like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think Boulder. I don't even think. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe a little. It is a little hard. It's been a while since I did it, so I guess I can't speak.
Bouldergeist was the one that gave me a lot of trouble. Like I never, well, when I was a kid, I never got past the Speedy Spirit, not Speedy Spirit, but like the racing the Boo level. So I never got to see Bouldergeist or do that star. So when I finally did it, it was really hard. There's one more hidden star. I think Dusty Dune Galaxy has like the most stars next to Battle Rock in one level. Because after I do this one, I still got the purple coin one for later.
I don't know if I could ever speedrun a game like Mario Galaxy. I feel like over time the weird controls would start to bother me.
I think it would too, because the gravity, when you go on like certain planets, because I felt like sometimes you might see me run around in circles. And like that's not on my own thing. It's because I'm trying to control the turning of the relative gravity, and it's not working with me.
Right, stuff like that too. But like I don't know, I could definitely speed if I wanted to become a speedrunner. Like I think I've said this before, but I could probably do Mario Sunshine. I don't know about I also could probably do the Sonic Adventure games if I wanted to like torture myself with ridiculous skips that you have to do in Adventure 2. I don't know.
Yeah.
Adventure 1 is not too bad. Most of the skips in that are pretty easy.
Yeah. So. No, I missed. Damn it. Oh well. Let's see. So I just gotta climb back up again. It's not a big deal. Thank God you can wall jump with the shell. And Koopas just appear out of thin air.
I did finish my No Man's Sky permadeath run, by the way.
Oh, you did? Cool.
Yeah, I got the achievement. That's good. It's kind of neat.
Nice.
Apparently, people have taken to doing some sort of Iron Man challenge in a.
How do you do an Iron Man challenge in that game?
Basically, early on in the game, basically, I don't know if you're how familiar you are, but basically, at the beginning of the game, you start on a planet, and you don't have your spaceship is partly broken, and you're supposed to, you know, collect a few materials, do some tutorials, and finish it. Okay. And fix the ship so you can fly into space. And then shortly later, they teach you how to fly out of the system you're in. An Iron Man challenge is basically you have to. You're not allowed to use your starter spaceship at all, so you can't fix it at all. You have to like explore the planet you're on until you find all of the stuff. First of all, it's all hard difficulty and permadeath, obviously. So that's like the thing. You have to set everything to the hardest possible setting, and then disable tutorials, and then you don't even claim your initial ship. So you have to start exploring the planet and surviving on just the stuff that's on the planet, which is kind of tough to begin with. But then also they want you to find a new spaceship, and you're not allowed to leave the system you're in until you fully upgrade your exosuit, which is a lot. That's a lot of upgrades.
Right.
So that might be kind of fun to try at some point. I like that. I like that idea. I might do that eventually.
Yeah.
I'm kind of amazed by how good No Man's Sky ended up turning out. At least from what I can tell, it's a good game.
Yeah.
They really
They turned it around.
Yeah, that was one of those ones that was like such a big, you know, it was the internet made such a.
I think they promised more than they could do at launch, and that was just their fault for doing that.
Yeah, I would say that this most recent update came out in October. Waypoints is probably like the first. From what people are telling me, it's like the improvements they made with Waypoints, the most recent update, are like. It took it from being a pretty good game to like a great game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I think and that was when obviously I didn't start playing until about December roughly. So, I would say so far, yeah, it's pretty great. It's not like I still feel like there could be more. But like, they could always add more. I mean, they are still updating it. I mean, the most recent update came out in October, so I mean, they're still Hello Games is still cranking along, you know.
Yeah.
I hope that they update the Switch version with more stuff.
Yeah.
I've heard that the Switch version is lacking currently. Settlements, which are these things which are basically these. It's like this. It's lacking settlements, which are basically like these towns that you can become the leader of on planets. So you won't find whole towns that you can become the leader of on planets in the Switch version.
I see.
Then you won't, and then there's no online multiplayer at all on the Switch version yet.
Will that ever happen?
That they don't know. They said that they may do it eventually, and they're not sure.
Here we go. And I think that is Dusty Dune Galaxy done.
What I don't know about the Switch version, because I haven't played it, I don't have that version of it, is if it has the online discovery stuff. Where, like, if I, you know, go to a planet that nobody's been to and I rename it and upload it, will other people be able to see it and stuff, right? I don't know if it has the online discovery stuff for Switch. I feel like it has to, though.
Yeah.
Because if it didn't have that, then that's like an integral part of the game, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. Alright,
So,
now we're going to the second Bowser fight. And I believe after this... Yep, and I believe after this one, you can go immediately to the final boss, if you have 60 stars. So, we'll see. But I'm not going to do that tonight. I think I'm just going to complete this, and then we'll be done. I will say the Galaxy 2 version of Koopa Road from 64 is way better. Because it's just more orchestrated.
I like both. I like both of them. I think they're both really good remixes.
Yeah.
This one sounds more like the original in some ways.
Yeah, because it's more synthesized. But the orchestral version is just... Yeah. You can never go wrong with that. Tetris Pieces of Doom. There's holes in the ground. Oh, yeah, I like how they have dark matter here, and like we don't like actually know what dark matter is, do we? It's kind of like a very like not well-known concept, or barely a concept at all. It's just a theory, really. But if I know if this game is accurate, which it's not, then you just not exist when you touch it, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. Do we know what antimatter is?
I have no idea.
Nope. What do you think it is?
According to No Man's Sky, it's fuel for hyperdrives. So
it's fuel.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah,
not a harmful substance, or
yeah. You know, you just make it out of what is it? I can't remember the recipe right now, but it's just like two really basic things that you craft it out of.
Man, that's funny.
It's pretty funny, yeah. For dry fuel, that's what it is. It's what you use to cut through space-time. or something.
It's as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of waiting in this level.
I don't know what I don't know what antimatter is scientifically.
No, I mean neither. I don't even think anybody truly knows because it's mostly just a theory at this point still.
It's definitely something that's been observed somewhat.
Yeah, but we still don't know a whole lot about it.
Understood at all. Yeah.
And here's Bowser, and his RTX hair flowing in the wind beautifully. His hair is so detailed and has physics, it's so funny. Let's play jump rope. Oh, and he has his own spin, which you can actually counter with your own spin and block him. Oh, why didn't that work? There we go. He burns his ass. Oh, come here.
He is running in a strange way.
Yeah. No, come on! Oh, that's a weird angle of the camera. I've never seen that. This fight music's pretty epic. I also think the Galaxy 2 Bowser fight music is really good too. I think they're both equally good.
We'll say this, I feel like the Bowser fight, as far as Bowser fights, I think that Mario Galaxy 1 takes the victory here.
Yeah, I do like the more one-on-one type thing going on here, where you're both on equal playing ground.
Yeah,
whereas Bowser,
I feel like Bowser just like as funny as it is ground pounding giant rocks into Bowser's gigantic face.
Yeah,
it's just not as interesting as like a true one-on-one you versus Bowser fight here.
Yeah, I do wish that was harder though. I mean, the final one kind of shores it up a little bit, but it's still, you still defeat him the same way every time.
In true Mario fashion, they can't make Bowser any more interesting.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole game.
That's it. Bowser's so detailed in this game, it's so good.
One of these times Bowser's gonna fall directly on his head and break his neck.
Ow.
Poor
Also,
Bowser.
I like how in this game his spikes can retract so easily.
That is pretty silly.
Spin. And there we are. I just love the simple little dot eyes for the stars. It's just charming. I don't know why.
I like that the stars in Mario Galaxy are actually shaped like stars.
Yeah. And not just circles. That's spherical.
They're not like... Well, they also just like, they look so nice, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like if they
star.
were candy, if like a candy I would want to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And we've unlocked the engine room.
That said, as much as I like Rosalina, she's still nothing compared to my girl Palutena, okay?
One.
In terms of goddesses, like you know, cosmic goddesses. We'll go with I'm gonna go with Palutena probably. just saying.
She's pretty funny.
Palutena is just charming, man.
Yeah. We can get to the final boss now.
Yeah.
I will go next time. I would probably just do it at the start of the next session just to get the...
Yeah, because you have to.
To get the purple coins. Which sucks. Yeah. Because it's like, why do you want to watch the ending again after you get everything? Why don't you just do everything all at once? Galaxy 2 is guilty of this as well.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do the Hungry Lumo before we end the thing here. He's right here. Hungry.
Barbets also do look pretty delicious. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I mean they're based off of real candy.
They did a good job with it.
Yeah.
They look pretty tasty.
I think it's called konpeto or something in Japan. I think that's what the candy is called. Big Mouth's Gold Bait. Oh yeah, I know I skipped to do in this level. This level is just a giant.
I think as a general rule of thumb, they should that like for all aspiring game developers. Okay, this is a hot tip. All right, if you want people to want to collect your items in your collectathon platformer, make them look tasty.
Yeah.
They look tasty. People will want to eat them, and that means they'll want to collect them. All right. Not only that, but as a bonus for doing that, if your game becomes really popular, you can make real candy and sell it.
Yeah.
It's like a double, double purpose, right?
Yeah. I like the look of this galaxy and like is how it's just this giant stone fish statue.
That is pretty good.
And it's like giant balls of water surrounding it. It's cool. Alright, so there's a skip you can do in this galaxy. Also, I have the shell has like a headlights and also brake lights. I think it's funny.
That is a very odd detail, indeed.
Alright. So, normally what the game wants you to do is collect all these starships, like normal here. But, if you just simply hold up...
Oh, yeah,
and hold A...
You just fly hard enough to not need it.
Yeah. See him right there. Easy as that.
Honestly, though, I feel like that's not the only way that you can accomplish what you just did. I feel like you could even just like flip out of the water and spin to get up there.
You might be able to. I'm not exactly sure, but that's the way I've known to do it.
Huh. Interesting thing. I did not remember that you could just swim straight through the brick blocks like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't have to like shoot it or anything.
I think the last time I played this, I shot it. I made a hole first before I came back.
Yep. And there's a bunch of ghosts now. Oh. Yeah, this galaxy's very short. If you know what to do. It's Captain Toad.
Did you ever play Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for the stream?
I don't know. I've never played it. It looks like I think I played it a little bit on the Wii U, but like I rented it from the library.
I don't have it. I actually tried to get Captain Toad during there was like a sale error or something with Walmart for a while.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that happening.
That one was like a big deal because it happened for long enough that people noticed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of the time price errors are very short and they're fixed, and the only people that get to take advantage are like bots.
Yeah.
But
right.
that one was one that they really screwed up, basically.
Oh yeah.
It was like they put the wrong codes in the wrong place, basically. So people are buying just the DLC and they were getting the game and the DLC.
Right. So, that's gonna do it for this session of this game here. I don't know.
You mean you don't want to do the 3 wings of pain and suffering?
Not here, not yet. I'll do those as soon as we start up next session, and then we'll do Bowser, you get the purple coins and all that shit. But let's see. Tomorrow I might do Splatoon 3 tomorrow with a friend, possibly like late tomorrow night, like after 10. That's a big maybe. I'm not streaming Tuesday. I'm going to stream Wednesday, and I don't know if that's gonna be Splatoon 3 or not. I haven't decided yet. And then And then Friday night, I think I'm going to start Kingdom Hearts. So that's the week so far. Things can change, so that's just a general thing. So I might, things could change. So just want to let everybody know that. But yeah, thank you to Cheat Freak for always coming through. And Blue Hunter for coming by yet again. We're going to the credit stream. Also, we ended with 99 lives. So
not a hard thing to do.
Yeah, but they'll all be gone by the time we start up again. But yeah, so thank you to Mystic Arts, Fruity Made Sakura Art for the emotes. Thank you to Almither for all my layouts and stuff. And thank you to Tayaki Trap for this awesome Mio art that I still love. So yeah, let's see if there's anybody we can raid. I know AGDQ. Oh, wow. AGDQ's doing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. That's pretty cool. I didn't know you could speed.
I haven't watched a GDQ in a while.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a speed run for that game, but I mean, there's a speed run for every game, but I just didn't know how it was popular enough for AGDQ, so.
Interesting.
Hey, Blue Bomber is streaming? I haven't seen him in a long time. Hold on.
Well, as always, it's always fun being on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I'm gonna hop off. Also, I gotta take care of some things probably. So.
All right.
Nice hanging out with you. You have a good night.
All right. We'll see you later. All right. We're gonna raid Blue Bomber because he's streaming. Hang on one sec. Oh, we are unable to raid. Well, that's shit. Okay. Yet again, another streamer I can't raid anybody. Oh well. So we'll see you guys next time for Splatoon 3 or something else or whatever. So thank you guys for coming.